I don't even want to wear my headphones. My head was fine not being squeezed between two speakers. Hello, everybody. Hair bunny. Hello, Everinian. I can't be. Why am I doing this now? I could have been doing this before I started. All right, we're good. All right, close Discord. Hello, everybody. What the fuck am I on? Hello, everyone. One of you. Every one of you. I'm gonna do this early then. It's 0 sugar this time, but it isn't diet, which means it's gonna taste different. Man, that does taste different. Wow. Tastes way different. Though I don't know how to feel about it. I get it. I've drank Diet Pepsi and 0 sugar Pepsi for long enough for me to tell the difference between them. This is strange. This is really strange. It is sweeter. It's sweeter, but I don't know if I like it more or not. I probably do. I'll probably like Stockholm into it. I can't be saying that. Wait, hold up. I gotta make sure. Is my mic okay? No worries. I'll check this time. Just you wait. Wow, a 1 like already. Wait, does someone come into the stream and then leaves a like? Already. I appreciate that, person. You know what? Thank you, person. There you go. Yeah, it's fine. All right. Lock in. Lock in. Gamers. It's me. Your favorite dodo man on the internet. Man. I haven't talked about this yet, and because it's the start of the stream, no one's going to be here to hear me talk about this. So if I accidentally badmouth them, which I don't intend to, by the way, but you know me, I might accidentally say a bad word. Not a bad word, but a bad set of words that might mean something that I don't really mean. I'm just that bad at talking. Man, yeah. Favorite dodo, huh? I say that, right? And it reminds me of... There was this really, like, shitty situation. I don't know the full extent of it, but I remember I talked about them a long time ago because I was like... I was wondering if there were, like, other dodo VTubers in the world, or, like, just other dodo peeps in the world. I was like, I wonder if anybody actually identifies as this. And there are. There are actually people that, like, there's one that I know is corporate. There's a corporate dodo, and then there was another one, right? And I was like, oh, I wonder what they do. They were indie, and I was like, oh, you know what? Sure, why not? Let's see what they're up to. And they did 18 plus. They did adult content, and I was like, oh, okay. Not for me, but you can do whatever you want, right? I don't care. But I would like I saw it, and I was like imagining what it'd be like if there was like a full dodo collaborate. If like hypothetically, I would never set it up. That sounds annoying, by the way. But just one of those like cute thoughts where it's like, man, what if we just all like got together because we're all dodos? That would be so sick. And it's like, you're a dodo and we are a dodo. Our race is saved or whatever, right? But yeah. That was a long time ago. That was like a year ago at this point. I remember Sock being here when I was talking about it, and me being like, yeah, there's a dodo tuber that does 18 plus stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Do what you gotta do. Get that bag. Right? But it was kind of upsetting when I found out that something had happened with them. And something had happened with them on Twitter, at some point where you know, VTubers and people, they always like they come and go. They're either getting in trouble with something or they're just leaving, you know, or they move on with their life and they're like, this isn't worth it, right? It's not for them. This was a secret third option. Because not that they were like ran off the internet, but like winch hunted, but like there was like it was this whole situation with like parasocial guy and like this whole like a bunch of accusing things. I don't know the full extent, so I'm not gonna like full go into it, right? But yeah, and like this 18 plus dodo lady, she was at the center of it. She was unfortunately right at the center of it, and there was a point where like she was getting blamed for a lot of things, and she just left from this one dude who was making a fucking fuss about everything, and it's unfortunate. And I don't know, like, again, I don't know the full extent of what happened, but man, it was really upsetting finding out that there was one less dodo in the world. Really. So if I have any feelings on that, it's that. Huh, how fucked up is that? The guy was an asshole too. I remember opening the haunted Google Docs. One of the many that one of the many that guy did. And the very last one was like, I don't care how you feel about how any of you guys feel. This is all for me. I'm saying this all for myself. And I'm like, yeah, that's the take. That's the fuck you take. You know what I mean? That's the fuck you thing to say in that exact moment. That's the exact, like, in I only care about me take, which exactly is what it means, right? And I'm just like, yeah. Okay. And it's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. But, you know, people are going to be assholes on the internet. And I think, especially on Twitter, this is why I don't want to engage with Twitter at all. This is why I'm not active there. I'm not active there as in like I put my thoughts out and use it regularly to like promote myself. Using Twitter to quote unquote like maintain your, or have like some kind of audience, or like maintain some kind of like social credit. It's not the way. Just with the type of people that are on there and are normal there. It's like Reddit. It has the same reputation as Reddit now. It used to be cool. I think Twitter used to be cool. Or not even. Twitter was okay. Right? It was never like Reddit bad. Reddit was kind of where all like the slobs were. Slobs. You know what I mean? Reddit always had, you know, the gross. Well, before Discord became a thing, Redditors had the reputation of being kind of just shitty. They're like the Dota of like social media platforms, right? But then like then pandemic hit, right? And pandemic fucking took the world by storm. Everyone got online, and online was where do you talk with online people? Yeah, Twitter. And Twitter was the biggest because it's the most accessible and it's the easiest to understand. Reddit is not user friendly as much as people would like to believe. Reddit, you are never understanding anything that happens on there. If you show it to an old person, they'd be like, "Who's saying this stuff? Well, I don't. What are these text bars? What is a sub? What do you mean that there's you can go to multiple topics on one site, right?" It's very sorted. It's very organized, Reddit, but I think Twitter is just more accessible, and that means more people are going to go to it, which means overflowing with not normies. I feel like I feel like there is like people that were normies that like moved into Twitter that just got super weird, and then they're like their own thing. You know what I mean? And now they're like our new definition of like fucking weirdos. You know? Yeah, people who and it feels like, I think in my mind, right? It feels like people who are too dependent on the internet now. And I'm just like, go outside, touch some grass. The internet's fucking like space, dude. It's like outer space. You'll meet someone, and they'll either be your best friend, or they'll be a nobody, and the constant between both of those things is that one day they'll just fucking disappear, and you won't matter to them ever, and they shouldn't matter to you ever. So good luck, kid. Sorry, that sounds harsh, but if I have to do that if I have to say that in order to prevent stuff like that to happen, then I will. You know? I'd much rather prevent that than have it happen, and then the like. Usually I'd be like a very like learn as you go, you know what I mean? It's okay to make mistakes, but like the internet, people are weirdos on the internet. Don't even give them a chance. Sorry, people on the internet. I know that like a solid like, I don't want to say like 90%. It's a lot. It's less than that. 70. I'd say a solid 60% of you are cool, but then there's like the 40. The 40 weirdos. Out of 10 people, 6 of them are okay. 4 of them are not. Every six, there's always a random 4, or every 10 there's always a random 4 that's just like, yeah, you know, yeah. I'm the Twitter troll, you know. It's all about me. I will rage bait, you know, like all that stuff, and that's annoying. You know, that's annoying. How annoying, you know? Annoying. How annoying. It's okay. They're just butthurt that their life is boring. That's what it is in the end. Jealousy. Jealousy is okay. It's how we function as humans, you know. I think envy is an okay emotion, you know, to have. You know, you shouldn't feel bad to feel jealous, you know, as long as, you know, you're not an asshole about it. You know what I mean? Everyone's human. Man, I fucked up. I fucked up hard today, guys. Is that it? Is that all I want to talk about on that? Twitter's ass talk. Yeah, Twitter's ass. I don't use it ever. I use it to find mutuals, and then they find me on YouTube. I had a whole thing about that. Actually, no, I use Twitter for something else, but I'm very normal on Twitter. But yeah, they usually any mutes on Twitter, they just come by the YouTube, and I'm be like, cool, you care about me. I care about you. Yo, sirs, what's up? Yeah, I fucked up hard today. I didn't go to sleep. Oh, it was there. Okay, it's in the rotation. Oh, I was wondering at the beginning of the stream if if the art was gonna be in the rotation, but it is. Sick. All right, it works then. Yeah, I didn't sleep again. I tried so hard to go to sleep last night. I did not. I tried really hard yesterday to just I took the day off, basically. I was supposed to like make calls. I was either supposed to make a call, or I was supposed to like go renew something in my IRL life. But instead I just decided to sleep. I tried to sleep all day, and I got through most of the day, and then I was like sick. It went from 9 in the morning to 11 at night. Okay, sleep again. I couldn't. I really tried. I really, really tried. You did? I wish I could, man. So I just resorted to doing work, what I usually do. And now I'm here. It's been like 12 hours, basically, since I woke up. So today's going to be another, like, very, like, like, low-key stream, basically. Very, not chill, but I'm going to be very, like, I don't know. Whenever I'm tired, I don't feel, like, quiet. Well, on stream, I'm never going to be quiet. You know what I mean? I'm always going to talk about something, but I feel more, like, candid, right? I think that's the right word. You can get me to talk about anything. Is candid the right word? Candid adjective? Right? Yeah. Honest, frank, yeah, those things. Exhausted Ace Attorney stream? Yeah. Man, Ace Attorney. My love-hate relationship with this game. I'll be frank. I made a long time ago. I made a tier list. I'm just gonna talk about this since I was talking about Omori a little bit ago. But I made a tier list. I made a tier list stream not a long time ago, but like a while back, based on like the series that I've done on stream. And I only bring this up, and I bring Omori up because I said this last stream, but like Omori isn't my favorite game, and it's not that I'm saying it's bad, right? Me saying it's not my favorite makes it sound like I'm saying it's bad. It's not. It's more like Omori. I just couldn't connect with Omori. I think the theming of Omori was just not in my was not in my wheelhouse. I was very apathetic towards the whole like theming or in the whole like plot of it, right? So I felt disconnected. I was just like, I like Aubrey, and that was my whole experience. I like Aubrey. Kel was annoying. Hero was cool, though. I hated seeing him and Mari together. God. But you know, that's a personal thing more than that being a game thing. But yeah. But another thing about Omori that made it kind of like Omori wasn't low on my tier list. I actually liked the game. I liked the game when it was when I played it, right? And I thought it was okay. It's just like I have the same problem with that game that I not generally have with Ace Attorney, but basically a lot of my Thursday streams actually I have a very hard time with this. Like the people, the community. This is why I like lean towards like niche games. When Stranova win, like that, like Stranova. Who plays Stranova? You know what I mean? If I play Stranova and I have a viewer that plays Stranova, I'm like, they're either the coolest person in the world or they're like some kind of tryhard that I'm like not gonna appreciate in my chat. Get out of here, tryhard. I'm playing this game for Michelle, but the thing, it is going to be crazy. It's okay. I'll go to your server. It's okay. Most of my viewers are over there anyways, right? I'm very good, very cool, and that's what I like to hear. I don't want to chat full of tryhards now, do I? About to get me to talk about my whole like people are always focusing on other people, even though I know it's a team game, but like you getting actually mad at your team and all it's doing is gonna make you play worse, and you get mad is you're being emotionally sensitive to a video game. What's wrong with you? About to go on that whole talk again. But I've gone on that talk so many times. and it's just like it's so like annoying. Like I've gotten like not annoyed, but I've like questioned like teammates on in Strenova, right? Like I'm not gonna deny that. Like I have, but like it's never to the point where I'm like actually like ticked off. You know what I mean? Like in my mind, I'm like it's still a video. It's just a video game. I'm having fun. I don't play ranked in Strenova, right? So I just like kind of vibe out. But like I hear people fucking like get mad at video games and like and it's kind of the biggest turnoff for games for me to play games like League, Valorant. Insert another what's another game? Another Rainbow Six. I don't know, CS. I guess. You know, just like it's just you guys are. You guys being angry is making me angry. I heard somebody say that they just mute all. Like they like I think they just there's a setting in like the launcher where you could just like automatically set mute all and their time with the game is great. So to that I'd be like, sure, why not? But actually here's the thing, actually this is something that I've noticed with myself with video games recently, just in general. And it's gonna sound like this is gonna sound like a sacrilegious, right? But like, you got the question mark? Yeah, that's when I'm like, okay, your opinion has been invalidated, and I mute them. Yeah, right. So it's just like weirdos. I don't need you to push your anger onto me. You're just gonna make me play worse, and then we're guaranteed to lose, huh? How would you feel about that? How annoying. But yeah, it's gonna sound sacrilegious. I recently, what was it? Yes, it was yesterday, I think. So I said I fell asleep at 9 o'clock in the morning yesterday, right? And I slept till 11. And what I was doing before that, well, I was doing work before that, right? But for a little bit, I was like, damn, I want to keep working on this and finish it, but I can't, like, because I was working on a clip. I want to keep working on this and finish it, but I just can't. I can't think of anything. Like my creative juices isn't just flowing, and like I felt very like stuck. So I was like, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should. I don't know what to do. So I just sat there and I was like, I can't sing. It's 4 in the morning or something. 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and I'm like, what do I do? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna play a video game. I'm just gonna sit down by myself. You know, I'm just gonna play a video game like a normal person. No streaming. You know, just like no guilt. There was some guilt. I'm just gonna play a video game, right? And there was this game that the boys have been playing, as if I haven't been noticing them playing it. There's this game. It's called Abyssus. It's like, and it's like a first-person shooter, like roguelite like game. So people know what that is, right? People know what I mean when I say that. FPS, but instead of it, Abyssus. Everyone knows what a roguelike is, yeah. So you get upgrades. Fun game, by the way. I actually, what I'm about to say about it now, doesn't really reflect my opinion on it right now. Also, isn't my title weird? Isn't the topic weird? Why is it floating like that? Okay, there you go. Weird. I love roguelikes are cool. But yeah, I was playing that game. I played it for the first time. And I played it for like an hour and a half. I cannot tell you how bored I was playing it. Like now I'm like, okay, I get it. And I'm like, there's serotonin in this. But like, even then at that point, I've kind of realized that like the effect that just playing a video game has on me has been fucking not tainted, but like lessened. You know what I mean? Like I can't just sit down and enjoy a video game now. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm playing this game and I'm shooting these enemies and I'm like, I should be having fun right now, but I'm just like my head is like empty. I feel like I'm like doom queuing or something. What is happening? It was the strangest, not worst. It wasn't the worst because it was technically like a break, but at the same time, it just felt bad, right? And I'm like, why am I not having like fun with this? It just kind of made me realize like I think a lot of my value, the value that I get from like video games, just in general, is like me playing it with like other people. You know what I mean? I think that's what makes streaming. I think that's what makes me connect with streaming a bit. I get to play a game and enjoy a video game with other people there, right? I think that's a part of it, a big part of it. Yeah, those people may be assholes a lot of the time, especially people who show up for the first time. But you know, yeah, it's so strange. I just couldn't like fully like be like not lock in. Maybe it was lock in, like lock into the game and be like, I'm having fun. It was just weird. It was really weird. I love it really. Yeah. That's basically what it is, right? Gambling. You keep trying just to get the perfect run. Abyssus is nice though because this is what got me like if I didn't like this part of the game, I would have just stopped playing, but like that's what got me like so into it was like the actual gameplay itself was really nice. Mainly because it's really fast. I'm I'm a bit of a not a keyboard warrior, but I'm a bit of a I like going fast. I'm a big high APM guy. I like pressing buttons. So like any game where I can like constantly be like fucking moving and like fast, you know. Abyssus is like really fast. It's like mega fast and you have to pay attention to a lot of things. So it feels nice. And also for Abyssus, it's a solo game. So I don't have to feel guilty about being bad. Fast-paced games are always the best. Yeah, fast-paced games are so cool. Yeah. Playing slow is really is bad for me just because it's like ugh. You know, it feels like a slog at some point. And I'm just like, great. I sat in this corner for 5 minutes just to get one tap after they peaked. You know, like annoying. And like tiring, yeah. Let's do it again. Let's do it another 12 times this match, guys. Just a solid Valorant call out. Yeah, Valorant is 100% one of those games where it's just like I would only play it with friends ever. I would only ever play with friends, and even then, they'd have to be very specific friends. Yes, I'm picky, but I do have my standards. I know who I do and who I don't have fun with. I play Shernova too, honestly. Chernova's fun. Chernova's fun because it's just a fast-paced Valorant. You know what I mean? It's a third-person shooter anime Valorant that's faster, and you move places. And I like that. That's fun. I don't get all like the thinky like. I don't get all the thinky like strategy stuff. I kind of just pick man shoot. Pick man get put thing down shoot. Do you? Yeah, I thought. Can't you just reset the one that you got lower on? Apocalyptic Shadow is just... It was a slog for me, the last rotation, Apocalyptic Shadow, just because I was like, huh. Back at it again. None of my teams are working. And I don't feel like making another team. So, 11 stars it is. You know? Like, I missed out on an 80, but like... Ugh. Yeah. Welcome to a... power creep? Scaling. They always have to get stronger. All you gotta hope that all the old characters at some point get the silver wolf treatment, you know? But yeah. Huh. Oh no. You don't have the dragon. He's back. Poor boy doesn't have casters. I'm the only one who has casters, right? No, Hollow has casters too, huh? It's okay. You have your blade. God. Not having casters is such a feels bad, actually. It really is. If I didn't have casters, I wouldn't try. Casters at least makes one side of every like game mode like decent. Like, she does the worst in Pure Fiction, but like she's still kind of working there. If I didn't have casters for Pure Fiction, what am I running? I'm running Himiko Break, and what else? Zila. Because Pure Fiction is bad, you have to play her right. You have to play her right to an extent. Also, I don't have Hase. Really? Maybe I just gotta try again. I haven't tried Pure Fiction since I got Evernight, but my Evernight still isn't that good. It feels bad that I didn't get her Lycone, but I didn't have that many gems in the first place. But yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I think Hyacinth is a big upgrade. Well, not a giant upgrade, but I think she is pretty big for Casterus compared to Gallagher. I think so. Whatever. Next time she comes around, hopefully there isn't another character that I want. For everyone. That's true. Yeah, hopefully there isn't anyone that I want soon. Thank God they revealed the Dahlia. Who? I don't even know who I'd be looking forward to. Siren became a must. That sucks. Really? Is she that bad? I've only heard bad things about her. Like, ever. And I have very little knowledge of what she's gonna do. But I've only heard bad things about Serene. They're gonna have to make some major changes. It's Cyrene. How could you make Cyrene bad? Fucking Alicia, dude. The Honkai third people have been waiting for this. She is. Seriously. Oh man, this sucks. Well, at least I don't have to roll for her. I can save for somebody. Probably Hase. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, at least we're in the free half of the update now. It's Danny and Anaxa. Anaxa's good. And I don't think we need Danny's light cone. Anaxa does feel amazing to play, though. What a cool character. Is it? Really? You kidding me? I heard that he was good, like, that he was gonna, he could be fine without it, or he is fine without it. I need. You want him so bad. Is it because he's attack scaling? There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I need to get a light cone like that on him. Hopefully I have one. If I do, I'm not gonna use him. I don't even know what team he's on. What team did I put him on? I haven't even... Have I upgraded him? I think I have him, like, saved in, like, a team slot, but that's it. Might be in, like, a... Like, my Face Shout team. Is that what it is? My Face Shout team? No way. There's another team that I have him on. Saber. My Saber team. My level 1 Saber. There you go. Oh well. Still need to catch up with that game too. What happens after Tribute? I don't fucking know. But she's still, like, decent. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think she does a lot more. Or you need to do a lot more in order for her to get the results that a lot of the top characters do. Or damage to do. You know? But she gets there at some point. And if you like Saber and you want to get her there, yeah, you can do it, right? What team is he on? I opened Honkai just for this. Yep. On my Saber team. I'm so tired. Also, I'm surprised that my internet hasn't gone out yet. This is fucked up. So last night, I realized I was having this problem with my internet for the longest time. Like, basically, after the last stream, I'd gone to sleep, and then I woke up, and then I realized that my internet was weird because my Ethernet wasn't connecting. And I'm like, why? And right now, as we speak, my Ethernet is still not connected. It's just, like, showing no signal. I don't even know if it's there. And and I'm on Wi-Fi right now. That's what it is. No Ethernet on Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is unstable, more unstable than Ethernet. The main reason why I switched from Wi-Fi to Ethernet. Excuse me. Yeah, the main reason why I switched from Wi-Fi to Ethernet is because one stream had gone down because of it, because of how unstable it is. But yeah, there might be a point during this stream where it just like cuts out. If it does, depending on where we are, I might just end. Who knows? Gosh, it's already been 45 minutes. I feel like I haven't been talking that much. Talking about Twitter, Honkai, my internet. So yeah, my brother came in last night because I went into his room being like, yo, I gotta get this fixed for my stream tomorrow at least. He came in, he tried to troubleshoot it. He was like, yeah, I don't know what it is. It might be the wire or it might be your computer. And I'm just like, fuck. No. So the Ethernet is either a sign of that the actual cable is weird and is being bad, or the beginning of the end is happening. Like, this might be it for my machine. After 7 years of service, 8 years of service, it's finally meeting its maker, unfortunately. And it's not... Also, I'm not going to get rid of it because the Ethernets were not working, but, you know, this is where everything starts breaking, and it's going to, like... Being able to replace everything is going to be a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? Because, like... Oh, you know, like... my hard drive broke. You just replace it. My battery is busted. I'll just replace it. My Ethernet port's weird. Yeah, just replace. Oh. What do you mean it's bound to the motherboard by metal? What do you mean soldering? What's that? You know? What a pain in the ass. I hope it isn't that. Trying real hard. I haven't made the money yet. Just fucking wait. Alright, I only just started putting in the work, please. There might be a point where I just have to stop streaming. Man, that would suck. I couldn't enjoy video games anymore. Can you believe that? That's the biggest realization. I can't enjoy video games anymore, like how I used to. Off stream at least. Like, yeah, I'll have every 2 days. Who knows? You'll just have to watch the VODs and see if I say anything problematic. If I've ever said anything problematic over the past 2 years. I probably have at some point. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I probably did. Honestly, it's felt like I've said problematic stuff over the past week. Last night I had such a doomer phase. Because there was a part of last night where I just tried to go to sleep and be like, go to sleep. You need to wake for tomorrow's stream, right? And I was just laying there in my bed and I was just like, yo, what if I fucking said something bad? You know what I mean? What if I just said something bad and just like, I don't even remember it, you know? How scary, you know what I mean? Like, especially since I've been putting in fucking work recently and trying to, like, overcome some faults, right? I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna put in all this work, and then one day it's just gonna be like, yeah, he said this about women, and I'm like, fuck, why would you say that? You know what I mean? And it might just be like out of context or whatever. And I'm just like, fuck you, God, why would you say that? It's like, did you hear his opinion on demisexuals? Fuck, how'd you find that clip? That clip's so funny because it's so easy to take out of context. Yeah, a while ago, I forget what stream, I wanted it to come off as like innocent, but it more came off as ignorant. Where I was just like, so like, why do demisexuals exist? I straight up said that. I straight up like asked that, and I was like, fuck. Well, in the moment, I was like, yeah, I just don't understand. And then I searched it up like a minute later, and I was like, I get it. It's gonna be 1 minute. Hey, it's all fictional, right? No worries, I am a healthy man that can separate the worlds of reality and fiction, right? But also, usually, I don't like underage characters, unless like, what is? I mean, like you could count like Annette under that, right? If there was actually like a character that I like on the stream ever, where I was just like super liked them, and it was like the bit that I liked them, right? Annette is kind of the biggest one. Annette from Three Houses. And she was underage. She was my student. But then she grew up, and then we got married. And we lived our clumsy little daily life ever since. Still one of my favorite clips ever. My reaction to that whole thing. I love looking back at that clip because it's so like, God, when are you ever gonna see me like that again? You know what I mean? I was fucking stuck on that game for a whole half a year, right? And then finally seeing it all pay off like that is gold. No, me liking an underage character shouldn't reflect on me being bad, unless I am a bad person, which I'm not. Man, I said that in the most guilty way possible. Also, just the weirdest way possible. But you know what I mean. Doesn't reflect on that, because I can separate the two. But also, I generally am not. No, I'm saying that. Well, yes. Well, welcome to the world. I'm not a weirdo. No creep. I say it. I'm saying it in like the worst. He's been creepy about this. Whether you trust me or not, it doesn't matter. Well, it does, but like, you know, I don't trust myself. I don't have to trust myself. Anybody, if you know me, you know that I'm not like that. Please. Well, you know. That's what I'm scared of. I feel like that's another thing that's gonna get like taken out of context. The thing is, like, I was like getting like worried about it because like VTube, Twitter, there's like blacklists. There's like public blacklists for like for VTubers, and then like, hey, this person groomed a kid, or this kid did animal abuse. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm not, I'm not gonna. I've never come to that point in my life, and I never will. I'll try my best not to ever get to that point. I'll try my best. I won't. I guarantee you I won't. But I can't guarantee that because who knows, right? But like, I'll try my absolute hardest. Wow, I'm so bad at this. I'm not trying to be. I won't. Period. VTube, YouTube, God, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how. It's okay. I know you understand what I mean. But yeah, I see it and I'm just like, man, have I done anything to like get myself on that list? I don't think I have. Think? I know I haven't. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my god, what's happening to me? It's like I am a bad person. Look, the most I've done is like emotional manipulation, but that's like what everybody does on the internet, no? That's my crime. Kind of an asshole. That's it. That's it. Gosh. I'm tired. I'm tired. Gosh. That's so scary. Like, me talking about that, there's just so many ways for me to, like, fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, you can see why I had those concerns because of the exact way I worded it, right? You know what I mean? Like, the way those words came out of my mouth and, like, and the way, like, it's being presented, like, publicly, right? Is like, yeah, it's not great. not like, yeah, the possibility is there, but like the possibility for everything is there. So like, as long as you trust me and I trust myself, it's all good. And I trust myself 100% because I know me. But do you trust me? Mm-hmm. I don't want to stray. I don't want to dwell on stray. Dwell. I don't want to dwell on this longer just because I feel like I'm just gonna dig a deeper hole for myself. The more I talk about it. What's another thing that I want to talk about before we start? It's already been an hour. Isn't that wild? I feel like I haven't said anything of use at all. What was I talking about earlier? Thursday streams? Right. Yeah. It's just the people, right? People are strange. Bigger community games are so scary to me. You know what I mean? That's why I don't engage in them. But here I am playing Ace Attorney. But Ace Attorney I thought were my people. You know what I mean? And then I ran into weirdos. Can you trust me? I mean, it's all up to faith at that point, you know what I mean? What points do I have to justify for myself in order, to make you feel like I'm a safe Oshi? You know what I mean? Like what? Like, I'm capable of doing some bad stuff. Look, all right. This is just what I'm saying right now. What I'm saying right now, and how it's coming out of my mouth, is the way that I think in my brain, right? And it's the way it makes sense to me. Do you think someone's just gonna come into the stream and then we're gonna be talking about something like this and they're gonna be like, "What a weirdo! This guy should get banned," and then they start like a whole hate raid on me. Those like one-sided hate raids, witch hunts. I guess yeah, I guess that'll happen. But like, how bad is it gonna be for like a micro celebrity? I mean, not even that I'm a micro celebrity, but you know, like, who's gonna care? There'd probably be a whole discourse about that. This guy said something that was out of context, and someone tried to ban him for it. First of all, that is the line that is drawn there. That is the line that should be drawn there, right? But like, he was only just he had like 200 subscribers. Like, who was supposed to care? Which, I mean, like, get any bad guy off the streets, right? But also, like, I realize you can't see what I'm doing. I was like raising my eyebrows. You know, like, huh? Speaking of Twitter, man, this is what I wanted to talk about. This is what was nagging at me. You know what I find so annoying recently? Yo, the fucking male like VTuber like debate is happening again. And I'm just like, male or not, right? Just be a good content creator, man. That's all. That's like all we're doing here. Is that not like right? For like the past couple days, I've been going onto Twitter, acting normal. And like every like 3 posts is just another like, all right, here we are again talking about male VTubers. How it's quote unquote, it's hard to be a male VTuber or whatever. Like, oh, this, the audience is for like female. They love female audience, or the female VTubers. They're more drawn to female. The audience, they're more drawn to female VTubers. And I'm here like, yeah, but like, and you know what I mean? I think you're thinking. I think the people who think that it's like harder to be a male VTuber, it's just their scope is too small. You know what I mean? I think they're focusing on the wrong thing. Yeah, you're a VTuber, but like, yeah, you're a VTuber, and I think your feelings about, I think female presenting people are more popular / like have a higher success rate or whatever the fuck, if you really want to think about it that way. I think your feelings about that are true, right? I don't want to like put them down, right? But also like, that's not, you should wind your scope. You know what I mean? You should look at the bigger picture. Why are you just looking at VTuber peeps? You know what I mean? Like, there's a whole, the VTuber space is like us, like 5% of the internet. You could go to so many other places and find success. Or like, no, not like you should quit VTubing, right? But like, content creation is so much more than like being an anime character on a screen and then being like, ha ha ha, I'm hot, or whatever the hell, right? Haha, insert boob joke, ha 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 ha, ha ha ha, Yuri bait, ha 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 ha. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much more. Yaoi bait, if you really want to. It's so much more than that. Like, go online, be funny, make good content, man. Be a good entertainer. How about that? Be a good entertainer. Go. Yo, I say that as like a I say that in passing, right? People fucking love that shit. You only talk about the girl that made the green Yuri her whole personality on Twitter. I don't want to talk about that. Mainly because I only know about that on like a surface level. But like, you know what I mean? Like, people eat that shit up. And like, I know that the people who are complaining about understand that. But here's the thing. There's so much more that people love about VTubing. You know what I mean? Like, people love like streaming in general just as a talking. You know what I mean? Like, being a VTuber, I think my most successful and my funniest moments comes from me just talking, right? You know what I mean? Like, just now. Could I have been canceled? I just said a sentence that I could have been canceled for if I just said it. If you clipped out a sentence that I said every 2 sentences, like 5 minutes ago, I would have gotten in trouble. And to me, that's funny. But you know, like, there's so much more. There's so much more that you could be like practicing, other than trying to get the attention of people that you know aren't gonna quote unquote watch your content. You know what I mean? Get out there. Be funny. Do cool stuff. That's how you get your attention. If you really want it. I don't want it. I just do it because money. The promise of money at the end of the road. What does extorting mean? I have to know. Ah, through force. So it's not extortion. The promise of that one day people will be able to make a Hase Utahara like shrine. Despite how creepy I'll think of it in the moment, you know, I'll be like, cool. So that means you'll send me your whole wallet, right? And they'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, cool. Thank you. And I get to sing more. That's That's right, baby. Hey, that just means I got them hook, line, and sinker, right? They love the gap. They love the gap. What can I say? I say I fucking hate you guys. And where am I? I'm still right here. I'm back to where I always am. I complain about it every time. Every time I'm on here. I'm just like, God damn it. Why am I still here? But guess what? I keep coming back. And some people love that. And there are other people that love that too. They just don't know it. That, you know what that's called? That's called the gap. That's called the gap. I like to call it the gap. That's my appeal, by the way. If you haven't clocked that in yet. Hase Utahara is a gap moe character. There's you'll see that I'll say things and I'll do things and they'll be like, wow, he's really either mean or like obtuse or like stoic, and then he'll like just do something when he'll do the exact opposite, and then it'll be like, wow, I don't know what he's like. He's truly mysterious. And I'm like, hell yeah. I'm gonna give him his money. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. My energy. Wow. The Ambrosia art has like scrolled by it like 10 times at this point. You don't think I'm mysterious? You don't think I have this air of fucking like anonymity around me? Who's the true Hase Utahara? I don't know. Who is that guy? What's he like? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. He's shown us so many faces that I just don't know what the real one is. That's what it should be like. Is that not how it's like? I'm not doing it right then. Hey, I fucking... well, like personality, well, not like actual information. I'll never dox my trust. Trust. You know, I saw that there was a meme going around recently where it was like not chopped Asians versus chopped Asians, and I'm like, what? And under the chopped Asian list, it was under the not chopped Asian list, it was all the East Asians. So China, Korea, South Korea, and Japan. And then all the chopped Asians was everyone else. So like the South Asians, the Southeast Asians, the Island Asians. Is that what we call them? Those places. And Mongolia. Yeah. And I was like, damn. Yo, I'm chopped as fuck. But also not. Little do you know, there's a part of me that's not chopped Asian. I'm full Asian, but I'm like part mostly chopped, but part not chopped. There you go. Shit, I said what the chopped ones were. Or not what the not chopped ones were. Well, you'll just find out at some point. That you'll find out. It's okay. It's okay. I don't even... The not chopped part of me is so minor that like it's not a part of my identity at all. The not chopped is all me. Is all I am, like, identity wise. I never say I'm chopped, not chopped, you know what I mean? I always just say I'm chopped. Yeah, I'm chopped. You really... if that's what you think I am, shoot. Color me flattered. Now give me your wallet. Isn't... I've said that I'm Southeast Asian, so of course I wouldn't be any of those three. Or, well, like, primarily, right? If anything, me saying that I'm C's is like... It cuts it down even more. Not by a lot. C's is a lot. But, you know, it cuts it down by a bit more. And I'm fine with saying that. Like, what's gonna happen? Oh no, you find out what my ethnicity is. But I'm still in America, right? I don't want to get... Yeah, don't guess openly. This is a guessing game for everybody. Everybody has to put on their detective minds, glasses, hats. That's what it is. Hats on, and then like write it down in like your notebook. You'll never know. You never know. No free wins for any. Whoever guesses it right first gets a free voice memo from me, and I'll say anything you want, free of charge. Actually true. Put it in the terms and services. Free voice memo of anything. Anything. As long as it follows all my coffee things. Which is no blatant 18+, and don't use it for any AI. I think that's like Everything else is related to money. Which doesn't apply here. Yeah, sure. That's right. The bait has been set. All right. As I get started with the game, is there anything that I want to talk about before we get started? Let's see how far we can get today. I have no idea how far we're gonna get, but maybe it'll be quick, maybe it won't, but who knows? Actually, I'm gonna grab my controller. Give me 1 second. Man, am I really not like a mysterious character? You know what I mean? I kind of prided myself on that. You know what I mean? Like not that I'm mysterious, but like, you know, there's this air of like, oh, he's the funny guy who makes jokes all the time, but there's like this mysterious air about him, you know? Or like there's a deeper meaning. I've always thought about that about my character. I guess not. You know, I don't even really see myself as a person. Just like start going fucking deep into it, just like I don't feel real. Like I see everyone else around me and I'm just like, you why do you act so weird? And then I'm just like, yeah. Alright, let's go over here. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just like it's yeah, there's a lot of times where I don't feel like real. Like I don't feel real. Not as in like I feel incorporeal or like I don't feel like, or that I feel like I don't exist and shouldn't exist or whatever the hell, or am I feeling depressed? That's dumb. If your train of thought goes from that to I'm depressed, don't even start with me. Not if you think that way, but if you heard that and then you thought that I was like that. You should seek help. I shouldn't seek help. Okay, sorry. I'm done calling people dumb. But like I feel dumb, you know? I feel like a character in like a web series that hasn't gone through like their like character development yet, you know? And like I'm waiting for like that for a something to happen. You know what I mean? Not that the something will just happen, you know what I mean? Like I still got a life to live, but like you know what I mean? I feel like I don't exist. Nope. That's exactly what I said I didn't want to say. But yeah, you know what I mean? You feel what I'm putting down? I don't feel real. I feel fictional. I feel like a character that was written out like to act as some kind of plot device in someone else's story. And that I have my own character arc at some point. That's what I see my character as. I don't know if anybody else thinks of it that way though. You know? I feel like Susato before I found out that I was gay. Not me, Susato being Yuri. I didn't. No. I didn't say depression is stupid. I said the people who would assume that I'm depressed because I said that are stupid. No. Don't misconstrue me. This is another one of those moments, all right? Depression is not stupid. It is a very serious issue that many people deal with, right? And we've lost many lives to it, and I'm very sad by that. And I'm laughing, but that's because of the emotions I'm feeling. Also because I'm like, you know, this is like lighthearted, right? But depression is not stupid, and I would never say such a thing. Just don't misconstrue me as being depression, you know? Is what I'm saying. And it's okay. We all make mistakes, right? But yeah, it's weird. Yeah, he's coming out. I don't even think he pops up in this chapter. He's just gonna keep coming out of nowhere. Soseki, what are you doing? I thought you were supposed to be back in Japan. I don't know why I'm back either. Why am I still here? This place sucks, you know, just like, oh. But yeah. I'm waiting for my character arc, or like my moment. You know what I mean? My chance. I'm waiting for my chance. For me to write the story of my life. I'll take you home to some let's get started. Last time on Ace Attorney, sorry, I'm kind of getting sidetracked. Kind of? Last time we defended a dude by disproving his scientific thing. And now we have to actually prove that he didn't kill the guy. So now we're investigating. You've been doing... Is there no hope? What more can you optimize other than your crit luck, you know? But like, how do you optimize that? It has to be by a more point. I have to get there. It has to happen. That does suck when one whole run is off by a single digit point loss. That happens a lot for me in a fiction, and I'm just like, well, time to take that L. All right, 23rd of October, 2:41 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Oh, hi, Susato. Gosh, it has been too long. How's your girlfriend? She's doing okay? How'd you know about that? What? Fuck. Nothing. She can't know that I've been asking her about same-sex relationships for the longest time. No more Yuri. Yuri! I love Yuri. He was my favorite ice skater. Oh, this room. It's been too long. It hasn't changed in the slightest, though. And it's been some 6 months, hasn't it? That's a long time for things to stay so familiar. I didn't know when you might return, and I wanted everything to be as you left it. But it has been some 6 months, that's true. Excuse me, why are we talking like this? Fuck. Little girl. Your voice is... So, is your father alright, Susie? Was that your voice? What happened? Was that your voice? My father? Yes, Professor Mikultiva. I mean, it was half a year ago, but that's why you went back to Japan. because of the telegram he received saying he'd fallen ill from a very high fever for some unknown reason. That's right. So I was surprised to learn that you'd be coming back so soon. Surprised but happy. Why am I talking like this? What's happening to me? I think I wrote about it in my letter to you. That it was all a trick. My father is in fine health, and I'm obviously very relieved about that. Well, we're all delighted to have you back. It's quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually. It's because of some grand conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium. The International Forensic... That's the same symposium Lord Strongheart mentioned. Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound. I've arrived safe and sound. And all that matters is that I'm here now. After all, I haven't yet fully fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. Oh! Oh. You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan. Of course, I shall. And there's one other thing. Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my interest. You had a girlfriend? You have a girlfriend now, Susato? Fuck! About you-know-who? About Kazuma. I know. I'll tell you all I can. Cool. Oh, we're so oh, you're here. Jesus. I didn't expect her to be here. Thinking back, that spade's been in here since we first moved in, hasn't it? Controller! Both of my controllers have this problem. Controller, connect. Controller, connect. Controller, connect. While I'm connecting, I have to practice my little girl voice again. Ahem. Reno. What was the last thing she said? Just let me practice once. Oh, I don't think Just tooting. Okay, I'll get to it when I get there. Thinking back, I'm sure I told you before, Mr. Naruhodo. It's not a spade. It's a shovel. No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade. No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel. The Great Spade Shovel War rages on. Cool. Oh, I'm so looking forward to making you some tea again, Mr. Naruhodo. Which you'd think I wouldn't like, given that I'm not keen on bitter flavors. But it is Susato-san's tea. Why does that feel deja vu? They have that talk every time we click on that shovel. Like, it's always different. Like, that's why he said the war rages on. They talk about it every time. And it's amazing what a little cake or something on the side can do. I would dearly love to serve you some sort of Japanese sweet alongside your matcha green tea. But I suppose that's simply not possible given how long we've been staying here in London. Well, I do like the little chocolates you put with my tea. They go wonderfully. Wonderfully. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, you would, wouldn't you? That gives me a warm glow inside for some reason. Wow. Warm glow? You like her, Naruhodo? A lot of relationship talk right now. A lot of Susato is back and I'm super happy, you know? You have the warrior, what the fuck? The royal The whale gently wobbling? Oh, bothering. You have the water gently boiling on the stove, I see. It feels wrong if I can't hear the water bubbling away. And we have plenty of locks. It's not like we have to worry about paying for gas. It's important to open the window for fresh air when the fire is burning, though. You can't keep it closed just because it's cold outside. It could be a matter of life and death. Avoiding the freezing winter air is a matter of life and death too, if you ask me. Life and death. Oh, perhaps a nice cup of tea will warm you up later. Huh? What is happening to me? I can't read. Am I going crazy? My English skills have like gone out the roof. I can't my literature. I see your Daruma still only has one eye filled in. Well, we agreed that it's something we do together, didn't we? Hase, this is what happens, right? I just lose all fucking cognitive skills. Literally, everything that has happened on today's stream is a result of my English, my communication, and my English skills just dropping. And you know what? It all ties back. I didn't sleep. I'm always not sleeping. We could do it right now if you like. I'd be happy with that. I'd rather like the anticipation, I think, Mr. Naruhodo. That was taken when I left London, wasn't it? I have the same photograph on display in my room back in home in Japan, you know. I wondered if we'd ever be back together again, to be honest. Oh, I know. So did I. But here we are, and I'm quite sure that there's a reason we've all been brought together. Solving the mysterious case of your dead best friend. I can't deny that having Susato-san back again just makes me feel as though fate has something big in store for us. Yay, Susato, the girl that I may or may not have a crush on, but also Kazuma, my best friend that died that I also may or may not had a crush on. Yo, Ryunosuke is just our bi-king, dude. I fucking love that about him. What an icon. This might be there's been some confirmed LGB letter gang characters in Ace Attorney. But maybe Ryunosuke is our first main character one, you know? You see? I've been keeping my desk beautifully covered in papers as always. You really must tidy up, Mr. Naruhodo. No more excuses. But Mr. Sato, the way I see it, all these papers building up on my desk are a reminder of my wonderfully diverse daily life. I like to leave them as they are, so I never forget how lucky I am to have such varied experiences. In that case, you should definitely have a thorough tidy. Then you'll be able to see your papers building up all over again, and feel that joy renewed. Still can't beat her in an argument, even though I'm the lawyer here. Fuck. Damn it. Your room! Your room through there should be exactly as you left it. I've still never been inside. I've never been invited. Of course not. Only Iris is allowed in my room. No doubt I'll be hearing that. I'll be hearing you two giggling away in there again. I want in on girl talk. What do the girlies talk about? I don't know. What do early 1900s ladies talk about? Oh, I found the finest chap walking along the street the other day. He had what they called a dump truck. Oh, Susan, stop it! Like, what a dumb bit. What is wrong with me? Usually that's a bit that would like stay in the mind, you know what I mean? Just like I would like cook that up a bit more. But no, it just came out like that. And you know what? It's fine like that. I left your desk completely untouched, Mrs. Sato. Sorry, I was thinking about something. I wonder what you were thinking about. No. It is okay. It was Kazuma's dump truck. So it would be ready for you whenever you returned. It's beautifully clean. There isn't a speck of dust on it anywhere. You've been cleaning in my absence, Mr. Naruhodo. Whatever next? Well, I couldn't allow my great assistant's desk to sit there gathering dust, could I? It really is exactly as it was when I left it. I'm so touched. But sadly, your desk is also exactly as it was too. Well, that's how it should be after all. Oh dear. I'd forgotten how that clean cut smile can be so disarming. Nice, you did it. Yeah, you don't need Blade. Blade got buff. Cool. you don't need him. I'm so pleased to see that all of our sea creatures are doing so well in the aquarium. Yeah, the prawns are still swimming and the anemones are still swaying. Obviously, I've been looking after them carefully. After all, at first, I used to drill whenever I used to look at those juicy prawns, but not anymore. They're like a part of a family now. I don't suppose they'll ever know how close they were to meeting their maker. Wow. Anyone want prawn crackers? Man. I wish, you know what I wish? I wish there was like a spicy prawn chip. You know what I mean? It was about a year ago. Now, I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's own notes. That's your voice now. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I called it The Hound of the Baskervilles. But then Mr. Sholmes forbade you from publishing it, and put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it. So nobody knows anything about it, apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie? Wow, we're talking about this? Baskerville sounds very familiar to a manhwa I'm reading. In a second, like in the next chapter, you'll just see they'll just start lawyering for some reason. Sherlock Holmes will pop up out of nowhere. We're like, they got the rights to him. How come we didn't get the rights to him, or whatever the hell? It sounds exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it. And you wouldn't tell me. How'd you come to know it? Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain it one day, didn't I? I think it's time. Whoa, right now? I'm only sorry I've had to keep it from you for so long, Iris. Hey, not ready for that. Manhwas are cool. I think I talked about that I used to read, not manhwas, but I used to read like webtoons a lot. Back when I was like much younger. Before like I call it like the great change. Not the great change, that's not right. But like before before I went heavy character development, I used to enjoy reading that stuff. I don't anymore. Any story is annoying. I hate seeing any story come up on my feed. There's a manga that's getting like an adaptation soon. That it's called like Mayonaka Heart Tune. It's like a harem, but it's about like audio girls, or like it's about the radio club in a high school. So and they all like do voice stuff, and it's like it's exactly like a concept that'd be like quote unquote right up my alley, but I avoid it because I know if I watched it, I would be annoyed by it. Damn. Fuck. Well, like when you're a young when you're a young kid, cuz 2015 it was around that time. You know, when you're a young kid, you know, like you have like the inklings of a character, and then like you grow, and then things happen, and then you become somebody, right? And then okay, so it's like my backstory. That's what it is. That's backstory. Webtoon reading me was backstory, right? And then I turned into me now, right? Which is like episode 1 me. That's what I feel like right now. But end of season 3 anime me hasn't come by yet, and I'm waiting for that, you know? Or like maybe at some point something will happen where I become that. That's what I'm waiting for. Like, yes, there was a character arc, but like it hasn't been like it's already happened, and it's my backstory, and it hasn't been like, and it won't be super relevant and prevalent, and I won't bring it up, and it will be super mysterious, and I'll continue to be the super mysterious and cool guy. Yeah? Yeah? When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain. But curiously, after that awful trial in the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely. The awful trial? Oh, yeah. For the murder of Giselle Brett. Oh, you dressed up as a man then, didn't you, Susie? That's right. Oh, well, yes, since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice. Wow, amazing! I really wish I'd seen it, don't you, Reno? Yes, she'd probably be very hot. I want to play at being a lawyer now. I could wear a fake mustache, maybe. I don't think any mustache could hide the fact that you're just a 10-year-old, Iris. There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Mrs. Sato. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikotoba summoned you back to Japan. You said in your letter that it was something to do with the convict sloop that we had found in Mr. Natsume's lodgings. And that's right. That very large dog collar that we'd found with the letter B emblem on it. It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in a report he submitted about his time in Britain. I understand that when Father saw the report, he turned as white as a sheet. Why would that be, then? Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago, but he stayed 6 years. Wow. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any secrets anymore. Oh, Susie. That's a very meaningful look Susato-san's giving Iris there. Yeah, I'll tell you how I know how your father died or whatever the hell. No. Forensic Science Symposium. Is that why you're here? Lord Strongheart mentioned something about the symposium too. He said that investigative authorities are from 40 different countries would attend. Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge Jikoku have been invited. It's something of an honor, I believe. Well, Professor Mikotoba is the leading expert in forensic medicine in our country, after all. And who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say? The judge, dude. Yes, His Excellency, Judge Seishiro Jikoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. Last year, in the Supreme Court. You can't have possibly forgotten, you know, when you defended yourself in court. You played the other game, right? This is another one where you had to. You played the other game, right? You did. I sure hope you did. That terrible trial of yours when you were accused of murder. Ah, yeah. I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days. Well, it was Judge Chikoku who presided over that trial. And he talked like this. You remember? He talked like this. If I'm being honest, I'd be happy never to see that man's face ever again in my life. Oh, well, anyway. As father was invited to the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain, too. He won't actually arrive until next month, but, well, I couldn't wait. So I pleaded with him, and in the end, he agreed to me going on ahead. Yeah, about the symposium. It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put an awful lot of work into making it happen. It's obviously very important. I believe it is, yes. As I understand, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself. I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General. The most senior position in the British justice system. He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. That's what Father said anyway. Apparently, it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition. Does Professor Mikoltsba know Lord Strongheart personally then, I wonder? Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech about this very subject only yesterday. But I fuck. I wanted to do robot voice, but I fucked up speaking. Oh my god, I cannot speak. Every word I say out of my mouth is getting tripped up. Wow, really? Singing? I said singing instead of speaking? Are you kidding me? The bit! But I sort of lost the will to live early on and really didn't listen to much of it. How trying for you. I wish we listened to it though. He probably said something really important and probably incriminating. I don't trust him. Starting to not trust him. Giselle Brett. The woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongfully accused of a crime I didn't commit. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson. Yeah. Giselle Brett. Don't give a... Hase. Shutting down. Yes, Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett. Giselle, shutting down. Gosh, yeah, I'm going fucking crazy, huh? That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live. The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name that we should all forget. Sorry? Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that an Englishwoman by the name of Giselle Brett doesn't actually exist. Wow, whoa. Didn't exist, but how can that be? It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Shin. And she wasn't a visiting student either. She was Japanese? A front? Who on earth was she then? Miss A. Shin. Her name is literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain about her. A. Shin? Nobody knows why, or even how, she came to be in Japan. Oh, so she wasn't even from Britain? Is that what she's saying? It's a complete mystery. But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. What could the woman have been up to? I'm afraid I don't really know. The only thing we can be sure of is that she had some sort of business in our country that we don't yet understand. And now she's been killed. While all the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered. I am afraid so. A Shin. Who on earth is she? A Shin? Like my leg. And why do I feel as though I've heard that name somewhere? Wait, I have? Uh-oh. Me playing this game in 10 parts is really coming back to bite me. What about Kazuma? After my friend Ray's trial, the reporter who actually killed Ms. Brett said something very strange. Oh. I know the truth. That was your voice, I think. I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on. And I'm witnessing students' fate. Nobody here in Japan knows anything about. Was that your voice? I guess so. They don't know that guy never made a thing. That he died in that steep. And that he'll never. That was your voice. Yeah, that's your voice now. Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at that time. But later, I visited many memos who makes many memos, yeah. The many memos who makes the many memos. That was him. And many. But later I visited the man in the prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama. What did you learn? After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unladen at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff there. Should have been. Well, it turns out his body never arrived. It just disappeared. What? Kazuma's body vanished? Our government tried to cover the fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the hill of our cliffside. Except, Kazuma-sama isn't there. Did Professor Mikazuba know about this? I mean, he had to, right? Yes. Yes. It would seem that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as we speak. I just don't believe it. And what is this acute feeling of apprehension that I have all of a sudden? The Kazuma mystery. No, my boyfriend! I mean... Thinking back on it now, some things did happen. Some of the things that happened on the SS Booty was definitely strange. I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we? That's true. Yeah, they just kind of picked him up. Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive? Stop, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear. Stop. He's dead. He's dead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much. Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he? And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly. Oh, you're right. Kazuma-sama Sholmes would never lie, unless... That's right. I knew that he was alive the entire time. But I lied. What? Sholmes, why would you? Ryunosuke, I just had to have a piece. I just had to have a piece of that smuggling foreign piece of work in that closet there. Mr. Sholmes! What are you going on about? What? So if Kazuma hadn't actually been dead at all, that would mean that Mr. Sholmes had lied to us. But there's no reason that he would possibly have done such a thing. I suppose that's true, yes. The idea that he might still be alive somewhere, it wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it. Because if it turned out to not be true, then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again. I'm terrified what that might do to me. Oh, Miss Susato. I know she's given the idea the thought it deserves. It's Susato-san we're talking about after all. So I probably shouldn't push it now. Look at me, Susato. It is okay. We shall hug it out. As we always have done. I shall not quote unquote, I shall comfort Susato. But it'll be like the Katawa Shoujo's comfort, where it's like, hey, so you guys like, when it said like comfort her, like, nah, you guys did it. And now you're in the bad ending. Spoilers for Katawa Shoujo, by the way, if you care about that game. But that game's like 20 years old, so like... Who is that really on? You guys know what Katawa Shoujo is? Katawa Shoujo is like the really old visual novel about the girls with the disabilities, to put it bluntly. There's the blind girl, the deaf girl, the girls with no limbs, or the girl with no legs, the girl with no limbs, the mute girl, and then the burnt girl. Yeah. Spoilers. The comfort thing happens in the mute girls section? Yeah. Because she has a best friend that talks for her. And then the best friend gets upset at something, and then there's like comfort her, and it's just like, oh yeah, let's comfort her, but then you guys just fuck. And I just wanted to like put my arm around her and be like, it's gonna be okay. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. I just talk it out. Nope, did not mean for this to happen. It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning up Father's study and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, "The Hound of the Baskervilles."
What?
My Baskervilles story? Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and...
Susato, what are you doing?
What, is that your voice? Oh, Father, you know what your voice is gonna be now?
Hey, did you look at those papers?
No, I simply read the label, that's all.
Hey, well, put it out of your mind.
Sorry?
Forget you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anyone else about this. Do you understand? Hey. Do you understand? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is now. So, but what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan? I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed that it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Shom's exploits. Oh my god, does the B on the dog collar stand for Baskervilles? And was the Hound of Baskerville the dog that wore the tag with the B on it? When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain, but he refused to answer any of my questions. And there was no sign of the big box in his office. That's really all I know about it. I've no doubt that Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still. I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you. Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating as you are. I've committed every detail about the case to memory. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the waxwork museum as well. So you're fully abreast to the situation already, Mrs. Sato. I expect nothing less, to be honest. I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Drebber. The engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick. Yes, a conjurer of sorts, by the sound of it. Well, known in the fields of science and magic. Then, we need to go and arrest him. Well, yeah. He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree that we need to find that man. That man. It sounds like a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police, or a great detective. Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think. Good idea. Well, best of luck then. Oh, you're not coming today? I'm going to Brixton Road show at the Herb Market. The Herb Market. But let me know later on how you get on, won't you? What? What's her voice? It was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market, the merb harbor market must be strong. Susato, what do we do? Do you know? To be honest, I honestly thought I might have never had the opportunity to return to Great Britain, and certainly not so soon. It's funny. For the past 6 months, I haven't even been able to work in a court. Meanwhile, you've been raising a storm in the Supreme Court of Judicature back in Japan. Oh, please, Mr. Naruhodo. I may have been dressed as a man, but it was a very reserved performance. So, what your father said about... Send his father about a Ryutaro takedown is reserved? Well, anyway, I'm back here in this great capital now, and ready to assist you again, in any way I can. Thank you, Mr. Sato. It's my pleasure, Mr. Naruhodo. Cool. Aha! Ah! My throat. I thought my voice would be okay with this, especially since I basically I went on like a mini vocal rest yesterday just because I was asleep, and then I wasn't talking to anybody, but here we are. All right, I guess we should just go, huh? They're really making it out to be like, yeah, it really seems like this Drebber guy just shot the crossbow and then killed the guy, right? I don't think that's true. I think there's gonna be another layer to it. Right? I think there's gonna be another layer. Like someone else killed the guy before he got into the hot air balloon, and then he shot the hot air balloon, and then the whole trick happened as it was supposed to, but he ended up dying instead. Oh no, I think that's what's gonna happen. My lodgings and office located in the attic above the suite of rooms rented by Mr. Sholmes. I call it a consultancy, but my clients aren't exactly beating down the door. Oh, our lovely little office. What wonderful memories I have of this place. The home and office of the world-famous great detective and his young companion Iris. It seems like people from all over the globe come to engage in his consulting detective services. Oh, Mr. Sholmes' suite is just as it was when I left it. Yep. You was right. 23rd of October. Sholmes' suite. Oh, she's not here. The herb market. She's over in the herb market. I finally managed to remember this behemoth's name. The Great Analytoscope. I don't think it was here when I left for Japan, was it? Oh, is that right? Yes, because it was with the pawnbroker. Ah, of course. Oh, that's giving me a wonderful idea. I could pawn everything that's on your desk. The office would be tidy at last. Don't even joke about it, Mrs. Sato. You are joking, aren't you? Such wacky hijinks. There's all sorts of these on the shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped on so high. I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to come toppling down at any moment. It's as though it might topple, and yet it doesn't. The epitome of Mr. Sholmes' brilliance. I don't get it. As it happens, I'm quite well practiced when it comes to stacking shelves myself. Just the other day, the shelf in my office finally gave way under the strain, though. It looks as though it might topple, and it does. Yes, the epitome of your disarray. I really don't get it. I don't get it. Susato, do you hate me? This is Mr. Shom's famous violin. The one he found being sold for a song at the pawnbrokery. What is it called? A shoddy something? Oh yes, this wonderful instrument features in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. It's a world-famous Stradivarius. What? Stradivarius, Mr. Naruhodo. Stragivore. Are you even trying now? We'll come back to this another time, I think. I choose you, Stragivore. Roar, it's just a dinosaur, but it'll eat you. So it's just a regular dinosaur. I was like, Straggy sounds like a dinosaur name, and Vor is eating someone. Didn't think that one through. I do like this fireplace. It's one of the best things I've seen since we arrived in the country, in fact. Although, I do yearn for a Japanese kotatsu. Putting your legs under a warm, blanketed table, so comforting. Do be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Don't mistakenly put your feet into the fire, will you? You'd suffer terrible burns, you know.
I worry sometimes about how Susato-san sees me.
Wow, didn't you say that last time too? Don't be a dumbass, Mr. Naruhodo. You're gonna burn yourself. Oh yeah. Thank you. Yes. My eye is always drawn to this big metal chest that Mr. Sholmes and Iris use as a coffee table. Coffee table. Shit, wrong voice. Isn't it where Iris keeps her very important papers? It is, so you'd think that they treat it with more care, really. But only the other day I saw Mr. Sholmes kick it. Oh no! I suppose something must have been frustrating him. What a shame to mistreat the furniture, though. Was it damaged? The chest was fine, but Mr. Sholmes was doubled up on the floor for about 10 minutes. Oh dear. That is a painful tale. It's okay. He might have, dislocated a toe, but he does that all the time, right? Ah yes, Mr. Sholmes' curious collection of trinkets and various mysteries he solved. It's like, when you dislocate your thumb to exit, handcuffs. Each of his toes are dislocated just in case. Doesn't make it hurt any less, but if he does something bad, every time he stubs his toe, it's a fucking trip. It's one of my favorite parts of this room. Full of items with such exciting tales to tell. And I do believe he's added to it since I last looked. Now there's a mysterious pince nez? A mysterious little box, a mysterious horseshoe, and a mysterious biscuit. I think that last one just might be one of Iris's unfinished snacks. Iris, don't leave your snacks around here, girl. You're gonna get rats. What if Wagahai eats it by accident? Iris's pretty little tea set is set out beautifully as ever. Look. Well, it's only by carefully taking care of a tea set that you can make good tea. Whoops. Is that a roundabout way of telling me to tidy up my desk? Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, do you overthink things that you do? This blackboard is where Iris scribbles down her latest ideas, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, she seems to have drawn a lot of little stick figures all lined up. Look. Cheap apples at the market, is what all of them say. What? The little figures can speak? Your questions will be answered if only you would read this month's Rants magazine. So I'm the only one who can't make any sense of this? Oh, some kind of code? What? Is that real? That's Iris's wonderful collection of medicines, potions, and chemicals. Just look at those little bottles she squeezed onto those shelves. Yes, and those are some charming little ribbons around the bottles too. But the labels aren't quite so charming, are they? This one here reads Deadly Poison. Oh, I've been so excited about the idea of helping Iris with her experiments, Just try to avoid any bottles labeled Deadly Poison or Highly Explosive. Yeah, geez. I'm so excited to test the poison. Gosh. You know, like, geez, really? Are you? If I remember correctly, this large, imposing lump of iron is called a typewriter? To think that every single one of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes blossomed from this very machine. It's such a dreamy thought. I actually had to go on it the other day. The metal bars that move when you hit the keys all got tangled up somehow, and I made Iris angry. Mr. Naruhodo, you're ruining my dreamy thoughts. Please don't do that again.
Ugh, now I've made Susato-san angry as well.
Why? Also, why was Iris angry? I mean, I know it was her typewriter, but like, it wasn't my fault, was it? Ryunosuke? It wasn't our fault. The Lord Chief Justice Office, Shanghai in Britain's great city, London. Its grand stone architecture and echoey tick of the vast cogwheels lend it an air of authority. Do you know, I don't believe we visited this place for some time. Are we supposed to come here? Whoa! Who are you? 23rd of October, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's Office. Oh, who's that standing beside Lord Strongheart? I wonder. I've never seen her before. Hello. Oh, she's pretty.
The young champion of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. You've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result.
Oh, you mean because of the Professor Harebrain's experiment?
Sham science being demonstrated at London's great exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrambling to respond. Lord von Zeeks is in the Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing.
Oh dear, I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for to have been taken in. The special suspension of that prevents investigation at the scene has been will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensics investigation team will move in and deal with the scrap metal in no time.
It's scrap metal now, is it? Oh. Until later then, Lord Strongheart.
Yes, thank you.
Cool. Cool lady. Gosh. She looks so cool.
Who was that? That was Dr. Courtney Scythe, Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. She's leading the forensics team's handling of the case. She was just delivering her report about the victim, in fact.
Oh, I see. About Mr. Asman.
Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to reevaluate the findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you have to ask her directly. You can find her in the forensics laboratory.
Right.
Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time.
So he's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore.
Oh wow, are we actually gonna talk to you? Oh hell yeah. I don't want to talk to you. I want to look around your room. Susato, look at these books.
You couldn't read all these books even if you were reincarnated 6 times over as a bookworm. Can Lord Strongheart really read all these? Thinking about it, Father's study is full of books that look as though they've never been read too.
Oh really?
Peddlers of books are forever pushing their wares on him, you see. And I think he's just too kind-hearted to refuse them.
There's a phrase for that in Britain. People will say they saw him coming.
It makes me wonder, perhaps the vast number of books on the shelves in here are a sign of Lord Strongheart's overwhelming kind-heartedness.
I'm not sure you could afford to have a kind heart if you had to keep Lord von Zeeks in line, could you?
That is true. Well, Lord von Zeeks is okay. It's not like he's some kind of like animal.
These very European suits of armor are still glaring at each other across the carpet, I see. In a way, they feel like guardians of the Lord Chief Justice's office. I suppose they're rather like the lion dogs that guard the shrines of Japan, aren't they? Aren't they a bit too human to be called lion dogs? Did you know it's a dream of mine to keep 2 cats one day? I feel as though we've gotten gone off on a bit of a tangent, don't you? As ever, the enormous clock ticking diligently, maintaining its rhythmical tick-tock today. Watching machinery at work can be so mesmerizing, can't it? Ironically, you can completely forget the time.
You know what the prime sign of me like getting tired is my eyes start burning. No joke. It's just like my eyes right now are like, you could really like do well if you just close them. If you closed us right now, like you'd be so fine. And I'm like, no. I'm doing work. Don't you see? And we are nowhere near done. Maybe the investigation will be fast, even though we're an hour in and we haven't investigated anything. But yeah, I'm just like, don't do it. Stop. Like when I closed my eyes just now, I was like, it took a significant amount of effort to just open them back up. It felt like they were getting stuck together. It's not great. But I will persevere. That's the word. What I particularly enjoy is watching the enormous wheels of a steam locomotive turning. When I was a little girl, grandmother often used to take me to watch the railway engines, you know? It's an open fire for me. I could sit and watch the flames for hours. Mr. Naruhodo, we could install one in the office. An enormous wheel, turned by an enormous steam engine. Perhaps we could start with a simple fireplace? We have a simple fireplace, in fact. No need to install that right now. Just sitting behind that desk makes you feel as though you're so important, don't you think? Would you like to have an office like this, Mr. Naruhodo, with such a grand desk? Who, me? No, I don't think so. Oh? Well, imagine if you suddenly found yourself needing the toilet. So you have to go so far. How true. Perhaps the important people who work in an ostentatious office like this haven't considered such things. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Oh yeah, they're both gold rimmed. I was about to say, I'm like, are they both? The one on the right is much more detailed than the one on the left. Clock. Oh wow, really? I thought the gears and the clock had 2 different things. I guess not. Are you ready to talk to me now? Yes. What exactly is the forensic investigation teams that you mentioned before? The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it is imperative that we must embrace forensic science and everything that has it offer. I first created the forensic investigation teams a year ago now, unofficially of course, to pave the way. Goodness, a year ago? At next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer dearly. What do you mean? For too long, those scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal systems with false evidence and bribes. But London's scum is about to be rounded up and burnt in the fires of hell. Pretty harsh. I intend to see it through personally. By creating the finest police force that the world has ever known, to protect our honor and our future. Look at those eyes. He means every word.
Dr. Scythe is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially establish the forensics division at the Scotland Yard, she will run as my right-hand woman. Now then, speaking of a symposium, Miss Mikotaba.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Your father should be on high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan.
Yes, that's right. I understand that he'll be arriving at the beginning of next month.
Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? With Professor Mikotaba, I mean. It was many years ago, but yes, I remember Dr. Mikotaba very well.
Many years ago?
6 years ago? Maybe?
Maybe if you want to give us a specific number, like 6, six. Was it 6 years ago they said?
6 years ago was the one that was the number they were alluding at in terms of the Baskervilles case, right? If my memory serves me, it was some 15 years ago that your father came to Britain as a visiting student.
It was the year I was born. So yes, 16 years ago. Wow. He went to Japan as soon as Susato was born? Are you kidding me?
Ah, yes, my child was finally born. Hey, yeah, she was finally born. Now, I gotta go study some forensic science. That was their way of grabbing milk back then. I gotta further the rest of the world. Fuck my child, right? Gotta go over there.
Left Miss Mikotaba by herself? Really? What an asshole. So yeah, 16 years ago, in fact.
Mikotaba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jikoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge. The punctilios. The punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed me greatly. Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way. I didn't think that you were. Dr. Mikotaba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. Dr. Sinners. Saint Sinners. The sinner was not a doctor. He was a saint. If I'm not mistaken. Dr. Scythe was also there then, as it happens.
Then Dr. Scythe knows my father, does she?
She was a young medical assistant at the time, so I doubt their paths crossed regularly. But I've no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Mikotaba was here studying his subject for 6 years in total.
6 years? That's a long oh yeah, wait, he said 6 years actually. That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it? I lived with my grandmother in those years.
So he left his newly born daughter behind and went overseas for a whole 6 years? Where's your mother?
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away.
What do you mean? What, he didn't like you? Well, clearly something was going on at the time.
Bad Dad Mikotaba. Who would have thought? That guy sucks. Also, his wife is dead. I was born. Let me just not bring up my mother ever. I was with my grandmother. What about the lady that you popped out of? Where is she in all this? What are you talking about? Like I'm crazy, right? What?
I wanted to ask you about Lord Von Zieks, actually. I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago, by a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalty. Is that it? You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes. And you could say it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper.
What? Why?
When his brother, Clint Von Zieks, was murdered. It was just after young Barrack had graduated from the University of London and became a prosecutor. When obvious criminals who'd managed to evade conviction in court started disappearing, rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that where the Barrack Von Zieks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind.
Oh my word. So Lord Von Zieks isn't the Reaper. It's the ghost of his brother?
Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in the London's legal circles.
I would too. My brother!
Oh yes, Lord Strongheart. Go ahead. It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We'd like the permission to examine the remains if possible. Are you well versed in science then?
Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject until recently.
Well, the special suspension legally preventing the investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. Within a few hours, Dr. Scythe's team of forensics experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage, as long as you touch nothing.
Thank you. Being able to look at it is better than nothing. I'll be able to see it too then.
Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls.
We are extremely sorry to have troubled you when you were so busy, my lord.
I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium, you understand?
Okay. Bye-bye. You could have just said bye, but I understand that you're a busy man.
Bitch. He's doing his best.
Yeah, I don't trust him. I don't trust him, nor do I trust... Nor do I trust, Scythe?
I don't trust either of them.
Do you know, I don't believe we've visited this place before. The prison cell where defendant Harebrain is being held. The contrast with the bright exhibition grounds make the darkness here seem all the more oppressive. Mr. Harebrain.
Jesus.
Something bad's gonna happen soon? Yeah, I feel it, right? Something's gonna happen. What is he doing? He's... Oh my! The whole wall is covered in mathematical equations. And he's still writing more now, even though he's writing nothing. He's writing nothing over SM equals F. Professor is starting to interrupt. Huh. Mr. Naruhodo, and who is this young lady? That was your voice. My name is Sasato Mikotaba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor. Period. Oh, if only I met a refined young woman as like you sooner! None of this would have happened. No, it's not logical. None of this makes no sense at all. Oh dear, I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you.
I owe you an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what you promised. What I promised you I would in court this morning.
Oh no! The whole thing, the whole miserable affair, it all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clot. Professor Harebrain, what have you been working on in your cell? Wow, it's even on his bed wall. Oh, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see, and I simply had to write it down. The wall is all I had on hand.
Oh, is this some new hypothesis? Something to surpass the super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, maybe?
No, actually, this is my autobiography. Your autobiography? In equations? How I Diddled and Fiddled by Albert Harebrain. Oh, don't say diddled. I found I can represent my odd fortunes and only odd numbers with only odd numbers and ambitious sets of what? In an big ambitious set of simultaneous equations. Diddled and fiddled, right? Don't say that, dude. You didn't diddle or fiddle anything. You just if you diddled or fiddled anything, it was you're like dense. You're kind of dense. You're not dumb. You're just dense. I'm going to have to pay back all the loans I took for the kinesis machine, you see. Bye. Maybe maybe the next case is, who did you diddle? Hairbrain. Are you the serial diddler from Germany? Oh no. I would diddle anyone. And it's going to be a new serial publication from next month. Part 1, an odd birth, an odd upbringing. You can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure. I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talked a little more about the case? Oh, yes, of course. I have been working through the numbers. I was diddled, I was fiddled by the... he was the diddled. He was diddled and no, get him out. He's the victim here, guys. The diddlers were the mob boss and the engineer. By Asman and by the aloof engineer Trevor. No, we're not gonna have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we? Hey, I'm gonna trust you. Okay. You didn't diddle anyone, right? You were diddled? You're not the diddler, you were the diddled. Okay. I hear you. We'll get you out of here in no time. You were wrongfully imprisoned. Everything I believed in has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Asman, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even. I'm sorry it's come to this. There's really no other way. No, it's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, there was nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public. No, of course you didn't. But in court this morning, I realized something. Oh? If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong logically. It makes no difference if you're aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me. Oh, Professor. Yeah, that's a very harsh way to take it, dude. It's okay. You might be a diddler, but you're you're not a liar. That makes you A-okay in my book. Not a liar? Check good. Look, he's not a liar, and he said he didn't diddle. He got diddled. A-okay. He believed in me this morning, you know. Barrick did. He believed in my hypothesis. Well, I think that was just a necessary factor for the prosecution establishing him. No, Barrick wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believed it. Did he? I think I understand now. Why it was that he decided to take up the prosecution in my trial, I mean. Why? After the terrible accident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even. I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow there. If any other prosecution had taken the case, if there was anyone other than Barrick, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis a complete and utter nonsense. And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor. Exactly, which would have been a fate worse than death for me. But Barrick instead insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish. You think that's why he... I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul. But that extremely kind-hearted soul is the Reaper. Spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he? Well, admittedly, that part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it. But what about the whole Reaper side of things? Controller, please, man. How does that fit the whole kind-hearted soul idea? He fucking loves you. He loves me. I know he does. And I know he only wants the best for me. That's why he tried to convict me. He tried... He wanted me to go to prison and take my time, and once I was out, he was gonna confess his love to me. I knew it. We would have been gay lovers! Ryunosuke!
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, sure. If you wanted it. If you see it that way. Everyone... Great Ace Attorney 2, Resolve. The game where everybody falls in love with each other.
Do you think he set out a trick for me at the very start?
I'm sorry to say, but that does likely seem likely, yes.
Oh, they went to the store already? I guess they did.
Yeah, my father and my brother were supposed to go to the store to pick up some stuff. And I didn't know if they had gone at some point, because they leave, and then there's not a big chance, but there's like a slight chance that one of the dogs pees somewhere for some reason. And I wanted to take them out during that, but they're already back.
So if they peed, it's not my problem. They'll see it. When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over at the paper I'd written and said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused, he was so emphatic.
But in reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems.
I still can't believe it.
As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic, it probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually. But the scale of it wasn't just some small trick. Hold up, guys. Give me 1 second. I just need to do something real quick. Hopefully I don't suffocate from this. minor warning. Suffocation. Trigger warning. I'm just... Hold up. It felt appropriate in a moment, but I was just putting a powder on myself. My bad. It was like pure white flour. I just have a bag of pure white flour next to me, and then whenever I feel like humid, I like dust myself with it. I like LeBron James it. I like throw the powder into the air and just sit under it. And then after I do that, I feel cool and not humid and dry now. It makes me feel better, essentially. Don't do that. If you don't get it, if you don't understand, it's a bit. But I did use a bit of baby powder just now. That's what I had to say for. Okay. It was a very elaborate feat of deception.
All young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning idea. Burgeoning? Full of zeal. But none of us have any money. I want to do research, but I can't afford it. Many of us take on barely legal part-time work just to try and earn a few measly pennies to carry on. To go through all that, only to be taken for a complete fool. It's too rotten to believe.
It is. I agree. And that's why we have to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Mr. Asman is no more, of course, which only leaves the engineer. Mr. Enoch Drebber.
Also, here's the thing. If they had rigged the machine, doesn't that mean they messed with it? We still don't know if your hypothesis is true or not. Well, obviously it isn't, but like, you know.
Is he an engineer or a magician or a swindler?
It was about a year ago when Mr. Asman brought Mr. Drebber to meet me at my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine.
But at no point did you had any inkling that he was just an illusionist?
Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist.
What do you mean?
He has a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question about that man's genuine. That the man's a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation.
I see.
But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. Are there no more clues that he can give us as to his whereabouts? I'm sorry. We've only ever discussed the kinesis machine, nothing else.
Although, just once.
I did visit his workshop.
Oh, that was... You got really serious there, dude. What workshop?
Dreb's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine. Why didn't you mention this before?
The slow fucking turn from Susato, just like...
Can you... Did you just... Huh? Enoch Drebber's workshop. There's every chance we might find the man there.
Another topic, Drebber's workshop. So you've been to Drebber's place of work then?
Yes, just once, you understand. It was an enormous place. Plenty of room to construct the kinesis machine, you see. Where can we find it? We have to go there once. There's a good chance that we'll find Drebber there. Well, yes, definitely. I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all. I'm so sorry!
I was more than half expecting that.
You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage on the entire way there.
He blindfolded you? He wasn't taking any chances then.
The place was incredible, the pinnacle of modern engineering. Even the oil he used was the very best, a special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Ah, the indescribable scent of that imported oil. Perfumers across the world should forget the secret formula and use that instead.
What do you think, Mrs. Sato?
Oh, the machine. Ugh, the machine for your next birthday.
I've never used that kind of perfume, Mr. Naruhodo, and I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. I don't suppose you know even a part of the workshop's address, Professor. You don't have a business card for Mr. Drebber, for example. The man was clearly very cautious, Mrs. Sato. I'm sure he would never...
Yes, I do. He gave me this business card once. Here, have a look at it. Let me see that.
Throw etiquette out the wind, why don't you? Enoch Drebber, engineer. I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address. No. Oh well. I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful. Wow, did I just hear the door open from my neighbor's... Gosh, is that door always that loud? I'm so sorry. Alright, let's look at this. Oh yeah, this is the last thing. Someone shot the arrow or something. Whoa. This dark smudge here. I think it's perhaps the machine oil. Yes, possibly. Professor Harebrain mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drebber uses, didn't he? He said it was a specially imported high-quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Yes, that's right. But more importantly, it's more fragrant than the finest perfume. So, excuse me for a moment. Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all. Don't worry. I expect that's just because there's such a tiny amount on here. You think so? I've always thought this about myself, or at least my hearing rate, but like I think I like feel like things I hear more than actually hear them, because here's the thing, right? Like I can hear basically everything that people are
Like everything that people are doing, like in my house, like I can hear them generally, right? I just like sometimes I don't like especially when someone like uses the bathroom. Like I hear people like open and close the bathroom door, which obviously because like the bathroom isn't that far from my door. But then like rather than like hear them turn on the light in there, and like there's a fan that turns on as well when you turn on the light. I know it exists in that moment, right? It it's there now. It's there, and then I can hear, or not, is it here? Is it hearing it? Because there's this thing, more than hearing it, I sense it more as like a feeling. Like it vibrates in my ear more than like I feel it or I hear it. More than I hear it. Jesus, I can't talk. Like I'll be like doing work with my headphones on, and then I'll like take one side of my headphones off, and I'll be like, okay, just to like rest my ear. But then I'll be like, what is that buzzing noise? And then I'll be like, oh, it's just a bathroom. I always assume it's just a bathroom. The same happens whenever I'm downstairs in the kitchen. Here's something that happens in the kitchen. So we have two lights in the kitchen. There's the overhead light that, you know, lights up the entire room. And then we have like a wall light that like hugs like the wall next to the sink. And it's like a dimmer light. It uses less energy. But it's essentially a dimmer light that we use at like nighttime sometimes. And that light makes a noise. It makes a very faint like buzzing noise. It's always like the buzzing noises, you know what I mean? Like faint like very like not static but very like constant like in and out noises, you know what I mean? Like buzzing. It's always those that I feel the most, because it more than a grating, it just feels like a presence, you know? Like right now the bathroom isn't on right now, but I almost assure you when I hear it, I'll be like, oh yeah, someone's in the bathroom, even when I'm not paying attention to it. I've always felt that too. Like I that happens with my dogs too. I'll be like working, and then I'll hear like then I'll feel like I don't know, it like a sharp like ugh, like a sharp something in my ear, right? And I'll be like, what is that? And I'll take it off, and it'll be like my dog outside, and I'm like, okay, right. You can't, yeah, it's weird. It's not comfortable, especially when you notice it. The buzzing of the light thing was kind of my worst, like, ugh. Because I'm like, I don't want to turn it on because I'm going to hear it buzz all the time, right? But yeah. It's like a secret talent now. Professor Hairbrain, what do you make of this? Oh yes, that's just what you need to prove my hypothesis, isn't it? No. It's nothing to do with your hypothesis, actually. Then take it away. I don't want to be bothered with anything of my assistance. Secret talent. You know, like you think of it, and it's like, oh wow, you must have like super hearing, right? And like it's like, yeah, I see where you can like assume that, but also like I think more than that, it feels to me, right? It feels like I've just lost hearing. And like that the feeling there is just compensating for it, you know? We haven't been here yet, but have we? I'm really excited. The experimentation stage at the great exhibition, the scene of the crime on stand, which the mangled remains of the doomed high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine. Yeah, I was getting irritated by the smallest noise. Yeah, kind of. It gets annoying at times, but I don't it gets annoying just because I feel it, you know? But also, like, if I'm super concentrating on something, like if I'm working, like it usually doesn't bother me. The 23rd of October or the Great Exhibition Grounds. That's why I play like YouTube videos all the time because of that. Just so I don't. If I'm hearing something, at least I know like it's a controlled something and it's probably making me laugh or whatever. 23rd of October, the Great Exhibition Grounds, the foot of the Crystal Tower. Gina and a dog. I had no idea that there were so many people in the world. I know what you mean. It's really packed here today. You know, after the murder happened. It feels as though it's taken the two of us just 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds at this point. Has it? I shut my brain down, so I didn't really notice, to be honest. Gosh, I do wish I had your absence of mind sometimes, Miss Naruhodo. There you are. There you are. Yeah, this is Gina. I had the feeling you lot would show your mugs around before long. Oh no, I had your mugs. That's me. Oh, Inspector Gregson, I see you're hard at work as usual. Warm greetings to you. I hope you've been keeping well since we last met. What's with the whole ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning. Not you, Sunshine. The gentlewoman so loyally at your side. Oh. Why, thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice. He might be a bit rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose. As you probably guessed, we're hoping to investigate the scene some more. Right, well, that young trainee's domain. Oi! Get over here, Gina. Hey! Hey! She seems to be busy playing with a puppy. Probably giving it the traditional East End training. Gina? She's a police officer now? Amazing, isn't it? She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place, anyway. She's got the detection bug, if you ask me. Yep, I think she'll follow in my footsteps nicely. What do you mean? I'm being transferred. It's time for me to say toodaloo to London. Oh no! Oh no, really? That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are you off to? Where are you going to be posted then? We'll come to see how you're getting along. Haha, not likely. But you're welcome to try. If you don't mind the trip to France, that is. To France? France. I'll be working in the Paris police prefecture. Should be right up my alley. But France, that's a completely different country. You don't understand. Why are you being sent there? That's the way the adult world works, Sunshine. Now don't go poking your nose in where it's not wanted. I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go. What? You're taking Gina to Paris? Well, I can't leave her here in London. Who knows what become of her? I suppose he's worried she'd slip back into slipping her hands into people's pockets and purses. Jesus, what a long sentence. I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Mr. Naruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper. Oh, of course. So that's playing at Inspector Gregson's mind too, isn't it? Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina, so don't go blabbing, you hear me? No, of course not. I got to keep that diving diva safe and sound. Until all this is over at least. All of this is over? Oi! Did you just call me a blooming diva again? You blooming diving diva. Fuck. So you heard that, did ya? Alright. Any questions about the scene, you can put them up to the capable detective diva here. Alright. You heard the boss? Okay, that's me. Inspector Lestrade is in charge here now. Oh, what's your voice? I suppose I better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris. So, Gina, you got a new dog, have you? Look at him. Ain't he great? Toby's his name. Oh, how delightful. He's absolutely adorable.
Yes, the dog does seem lovely. And it's not so lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing on my mind, to be honest. Let's look around. Look, a flying balloon. I've never seen one in the flesh before. I can understand how they fly, and so high up as well. But think of the view, Mr. Naruhodo. You must be able to see for miles and miles. I do think of it, and it terrifies me. I mean, it would be certain death if you fell out. I'm pretty sure they're perfectly safe. After all, they've been invented by some of the brightest minds in the world. Let's not forget that we all at least knew one that exploded. I'm sure that there's other way to fly? Other ways to fly. You click on that to move, and then... What a shame that the symbolic landmark of the Grey Exhibition has been damaged like that. Yeah, unfortunate. The birdcage crashed right into the most prominent position possible. It's the gods giving us a warning, if you ask me. Man must travel on his own steam, and not cut corners with instantaneous kinesis. But imagine what might have happened if the birdcage landed in a slightly different direction. The death toll could have been far worse. So I think perhaps this was a blessing in disguise. Well, I don't believe it, obviously. I did say it was a warning. Man must travel on under his own steam, or the next time the birdcage rains down on all of you. Your faith is much stronger than I realized. Well, how do you think I passed the entrance exam for the Yume University? It wasn't by studying alone. I had God by my side. Isn't that right, God? You. Up here. The Crystal Tower. I can't believe I'm seeing such close proximity with my own eyes. You've really been looking forward to the Great Exhibition, haven't you, Mrs. Sato? Oh yes. When I found out that I had to return to Japan, I'm afraid I cursed my luck. But you're here, back in London, gazing up at the magnificent tower. I know. Perhaps I was wrong to curse my luck so harshly. Cool. Cool. Very cool. Here's that scorching on the ground that you mentioned. Yeah, and that's what's left of the green balloon envelope. All clear evidence of the balloon that exploded on the day in the incident. Poor Professor Hairbrain. I do feel sorry for him that his dreams have been shattered like that. Someone's well and truly burst his bubble, as it were. Ha 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 ha! Ouch. I'm afraid I'm a bad person. Shit. Fuck. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Sato, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to try to make light of the man's death. Investigate. Wow, did you what? Gina? We were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again. Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like. Oh, that's alright, is it? I'm gonna be playing with me new friend here. Yes, tell me. Wolf! The machine that exploded at the top must be at the top of those stairs, I presume. I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind. Sorry, I can't let you up there, Snooze. Suze. Oh. It's like I told Odo yesterday. Even I ain't allowed near that wreck. What's it called again? The reason why we ain't supposed to touch it? The special dispensation of Scientific Equipment Act. Dispensation. Why is it dispensation? That's the weirdest word. Is that what you're thinking of? That's the one. And that's why only them lot are allowed to investigate it. What are they called again? The forensic something? The forensic investigations team? Is that what you're thinking of? That's the one, yeah. Isn't that the case? Isn't it the case that the special dispensation has been lifted? I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with you. You're supposed to get permission from some bigwig, or other, as far as I know. What was his name again? Lord Strange something? I'm not so sure that's quite right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps. That's the one, yeah. Apparently, he's always watching the time or something. Actually, we've just recently been to see Lord Strongheart. You what? You met him? Last time the boss was called to go and see him. He waited 3 hours at the Cove's office and came back sniveling. Tragic. Well, Lord Strongheart has given us permission to examine the scene as long as we don't touch nothing. Oh, yeah? Honestly. Alright then, go ahead. But if it turns out you're lying, it'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip again in his life. So, you're still saying this is all above the board, are you? I'm sure everything will be fine. That really would be tragic. Alright then, them's the stairs. Off you go. Oh, thank you, Gina. Cool. Talk about today's trial. It was great, wasn't it? I had the right laugh. It was a new one on me, that. You know, being in court and not spending the whole time worrying that I'm about to be found out. You did keep an awful lot of secrets in your previous court appearances, didn't you? Yeah, but Oro's made things hard for me every single time and all. Just doing my job, Gina. But watching someone else get it in the neck is a whole lot of fun, actually. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix. That dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruhodo's client. Yes, and I'm starting to wish he wasn't, though. It's the boss I feel sorry for. Sent off to the impossible. What do you mean? He's supposed to arrest the other Cove, ain't he? And in time for tomorrow and all. You know, the dodgy engineer. What's his name again? Mr. Drebber, you mean? Enoch Drebber? That's the one, yeah. So the police are looking for the mysterious man with a black monocle. I guess they would be. It's putting too much on the boss, if you ask me. He says it's giving too much of a... He says it's giving him gut ache. What? Gut ache? Oh dear, but I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food. Hey, yeah, where is he? So Scotland Yard is trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber. I wonder if they've had any luck. He's really funny looking. Got 2 eyes that don't match. Stole a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it or nothing. The old devil's got it. Sorry? Who? You know, that scowling reaper. What's always glugging down bottles of that red wine plunk. Ah, Lord Von Zeeks. He's always had it in for me, that cove. Don't know what he's always scowling about, mind. Probably would have been a pretty good boss as it goes. As a what? Jesus, your accent. She'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than a detective trainee. The way I see it, if the choice between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-glugging demigod, you're equally badly off with both. I suppose you're right. I hadn't thought of it like that. I'm glad we've put that one to bed. Anyway, the point is, everyone at the yard is dead set on finding the fishy engineer. But there doesn't seem to be no close to go on, so they're stuck. So there's nothing to lead us to Drebber at all? The dog! Where'd you find that little mutt then, Gina? Oi, don't be so flaming rude, Odo. A slight overreaction, don't you think? He ain't no mutt, alright? Toby's... how'd you put it?
Pick up the dog.
Oh yeah, he's a bona fide detective.
Sorry?
I've given him a proper title and everything. It's Chief Inspector Toby to you.
More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he?
Oh, so he's a police dog, is he?
The police recruits dogs now?
I've heard that they've already been used officially in Germany as part of their city policing. They're used for chasing criminals and such. They have such a wonderful sense of smell, after all.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself, as it happens. I can tell undergarments that have been freshly laundered from undergarments that haven't. Fucking what?
Ha. That's nothing compared to this little fella, Odo.
Oh, really?
According to what the boss said, once Toby here's got a good whiffing of your drawers, he could chase that scent to the other side of the world.
World? What? To the other side of the world, you mean? He can swim?
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you may have missed the point, or rather, by a wide margin.
I just can't believe this little dog has such an incredible skill.
I'm telling you, Odo, there's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in the future. Yes, I agree. Right.
Huh.
One of these days, they'll be barking orders at us lot, not the other way around. Oh dear. Sorry, Gina. I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much. Oh well, anyway. Whatever you think about it, Toby here is Britain's first police dog. I found him down East End the other day.
Fuck.
Someone had chucked him out on the street.
There you go. I knew she had lifted him from somewhere.
Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals.
Alright, enough about that. Let's go up. Bye-bye. The stairs lead up to the experimentation stage. Let's go and see what we can find out. October 23rd, the Great Exhibition Grounds, the experimentation stage!
Oh my, so this is the machine.
Also, there's chains right there.
That was used to deceive people into thinking instantaneous kinesis had taken place.
Yes, that's right. Or rather, it was the machine. It's a little worse for wear at the moment.
What extraordinary lengths Professor Harebrain went in order to obtain the research grant.
No. The professor was tricked as well. He didn't know anything about it.
Yes, of course. It is amazing though, isn't it? The scale of the whole affair is so very British.
You're right about that. You never see such a grand deception in Japan, that's for sure.
Oh look, is that?
It's me.
Lord Von Zieks.
So, I think we're more or less done here, aren't we? Shall we, Mrs. Sato?
Already?
He is the Reaper, remember? We do well to keep our distance, I think.
But we have permission to be here, from the top. We're perfectly well allowed to investigate this machine as long as we don't touch anything.
From the top? Do you mean from Lord Strongheart?
Exactly. So we can stay here and stare at this wreckage for as long as we like.
She could have been at the center of the explosion here, and it wouldn't have been to her steel will. Why are you here, you? You have anything to say to me?
Oh god, if I'm being honest, dude, Jesus, I'm getting fucking... it's getting to me. The tired is getting to me.
I'll see how much longer I can last, but... My eyes, they're burning. They're closing. I'm starting to yawn. Uncontrollably. This sucks. My sleep schedule being fucked up sucks. It's really bad. I'll try my best, though. It's like staying up. Oh, isn't that exhilarating? All the different architecture from all the corners of the world. Isn't it amazing, Ryunosuke? You should just go sleep. My god. But the sleep will never fix itself. Isn't it just amazing, Ryunosuke? Yeah, it's amazing. It does make you feel a little bit like an explorer, doesn't it? I know it's all subjective, but the onion-shaped roofs have rather caught my attention personally. It is very subjective, isn't it? Japanese buildings with their wood and paper construction have excellent ventilation. And I realized that British buildings, made of brick and stone, are very strong and long-lasting. The more you know about how things are done in other countries, the more you understand your own, I feel. Oh yes, I do agree with you there. But I can't help but wondering what an onion does for the roof of a building. I mean, I suppose it's playing on the mind, because I don't like the taste of onions. You really oughtn't let your taste in vegetables dictate your taste in roofs, Mr. Naruhodo. Fucking hate onions. Gross, they're spicy, they're versatile, they could be in anything. Gosh, I fucking hate them. I love them, I hate them. I hear that a ride on the Ferris wheels is a favorite romantic outing among young London couples. I think the romance will be slightly spoiled by the abject terror personally, but then again, I'm not a Londoner. Are you a little scared of heights, Mr. Naruhodo? It's not that I'm scared, not at all. It's just that staying on the ground seems so much safer. Well, perhaps I shall ask Iris and Mr. Sholmes to accompany me on it in that case. When you put it like that, part of me does want to give it a try. Oh dear, it is complicated for you, isn't it? What? So like what, you were gonna invite me? Oh, Susato, after saying it's for romantic couples. Oh. You have a girlfriend! This wasn't here before. Really? But if I'm not mistaken, it's the cage in which the victim was standing before he was apparently beamed through the air. That's right, the bird cage. According to what Professor Harebrayne said in court, it's made of wood. Or, more precisely, Japanese cypress, I think. And despite having been in an explosion and then falling from a great height, it's relatively unharmed. What wonderfully durable construction, wouldn't you say, Mr. Naruhodo? I had understood that the forensic investigation team had taken it away yesterday to examine it. I suppose they must have brought it back here when they had finished their work. But sadly, not with the body inside. No, that's right. I know we were given strict instructions not to touch anything, but still. This is too important piece of evidence to overlook. We need to look at it for the trial. And we will! Cool. I can't look at the mic. This is so sad. What a terrible explosion it must have been. Even the steel girders have buckled and twisted in the blast. And what they called the bird cage was right in the middle of all of it, just here. But look, Mr. Naruhodo, the metal grill on the floor. It looks as though it's designed to be opened. It does, doesn't it? If the floor had opened at the precise moment the explosion occurred, the birdcage could have dropped through and disappeared from sight. I don't think there's any sign that this was a very elaborate hoax, is there? I'm okay. I'm okay. However much I look at them, I just can't come to terms with those Tamari handballs floating in the sky. You've been glaring at them constantly since we came up here. Sorry, the feeling of wanting to ride in one and wanting to never set foot in one are fighting inside, it's out inside me. It's fighting me inside and out. Whoa. Sorry. But if you don't look where you're walking, you might fall from the stage. I don't think I noticed. That's how fiercely the battle inside me is raging. I think you should make peace with riding in one, Mr. Naruhodo. It'd be much safer that way. look at that horn-shaped transmitting device. Isn't it amazing?
That's exactly what I thought when I first saw it.
It makes you think, doesn't it? If only it had been a normal horn, none of this would have happened.
That's almost exactly what I thought as well. I bet I can predict what you're going to say next in that case. You're about to say, nothing ever goes to plan, aren't you?
Oh no, I would never say something like that.
What? What the hell? What is... Oh, there's like a little like nub at the top of each hot air balloon. You see that? I can't present. Oh.
Ah, look here, Mrs. Sato. Yes, the wood's cracked and broken a little. I suppose it's because it fell from such a height.
Yes, and from the height at which the balloon was flying, the crystal down to the crystal tower below, a fall from about 30 feet or 9 meters.
Leaving the man inside tragically died. Dead.
Leaving the man tragically died. The man was tragically died. He died. And then there's a little spot here that like broke. Okay. Alright, you. What do you want? Least approachable man in the world winner 10 years in a row.
Be strong, Mr. Naruhodo. Your country and your assistant stand firm behind you.
Lord Von Zeeks? Oh, it's the Nipponese man. Here. What? Well, beautiful weather we're having, isn't it? Really? I thought I was making it quite clear that I didn't want to be disturbed. Apparently you Nipponese are unequipped to read the signs. Oh, I read them. So, what are you doing here? Entry to this area is prohibited. Well, the thing is,
Lord Chief Justice Strongheart granted us permission to investigate, on the condition that we didn't disturb anything.
And yet you've managed to disturb me. Ah! Never mind. State your business, then.
Come to think of it, there's quite a few things I'd like to ask Lord Von Zeeks about. Not least is that awful case, even though it has nothing to do with this. Ask away, Miss Naruhodo. You know, you won't know unless you try.
your brother. So, Clint was the name of your older brother, I understand. Lord Von Zeeks. You Nipponese. I always have to be on guard whenever you're around. So you've been investigating me, have you? Oh, no, it's not like that. Well, alright, it is a bit like that. And what about it, My older brother was also a prosecutor. He was the pride of the Von Zeeks family. But tragically, a vicious killer took him from us.
A professor, you mean?
The professor? This is a big case. The Von Zeeks case is a very big case, right?
Is something funny?
That's the extent of what you've discovered, is it? I shouldn't be surprised.
Sorry?
There's more to it then. Lackluster work is very much your trademark, isn't it?
No, I beat you in every case. Where are you getting this ego from all of a sudden?
Oh, you're too kind. So you're gonna tar all Nipponese with the same brush next? So tell me, what's your interest in that historic incident?
As it happens, Lord Von Zeeks, it's a rather curious case that's come to our attention. Are you aware of Madame Tuspel's Museum of Waxwork by any chance?
I am, naturally. I believe that since last month I featured in one of the displays there, for public scorn. Of course, the infamous Reaper of the Bailey would have would be exhibited, wouldn't he?
Well, a particular waxwork has been stolen from the place,
and held for ransom. A particular waxwork, which... Wait, you mean... Yes, it's the professor. Mr. Sholmes is investigating the case as we speak. I was unaware of that. He's turned as white as a sheet. Yeah, so you know about Enoch, too? Are the police trying to locate the engineer, Mr. Trevor, already? Surely that goes without saying. We're very keen to see him found as well. The trouble is we don't have much to go on aside from the description of the man we've heard in court earlier. Which, according to Professor Harebrain, was a tall, thin gentleman who has straight white hair and a black monocle. So I was just wondering. I mean, I realize it's probably not possible, but we'd very much appreciate it if any clues you can give us. Wow, Susato-san really knows how to take the bull by its horns. Fine, why not? I have a photograph of the man here from an investigation 10 years ago. Damn. What a cool dude. Look at him. Though it appears he already had the black monocle at that time. What? Oh, no, nothing. I was just surprised that you shared that with us. We all need the man's testimony in court tomorrow, which means we have to do everything we can possible to track him down in the short time available. So why wouldn't I show you the photograph? What is it about Lord Von Zeeks? Sometimes I just can't work him out at all. He's trying to be nice right now, dude. It's hard to make out, but it seems like he's wearing a black monocle. Oh, there he is. Ah, the file I requested for the trial tomorrow. Thank you. Are you alright? Who is this man, Mr. Naruhodo? Lord Von Zeek's apprentice, apparently. I'm not the only one. Susato-san can see it too. Lord Von Zeeks? Maybe speak with your apprentice for a moment? With him? Why? Kazuma-sama! Yeah. Kazuma? I don't believe it. Your posture, your presence, it can only be... It's you, isn't it, Kazuma-sama? I felt something strange the very first time I encountered this cloaked figure. As if I knew him somehow. Can it really be you, Kazuma? Wait! Too late. What's going on here? I'm glad this is being brought up now. What is your interest in my apprentice exactly? You act as if you know the man or something. Well, since when has he been in your care? I don't recall you having an apprentice before I left Britain 6 months ago. Lord Strongheart introduced me about 3 months ago now, with instructions to mentor him as a prosecutor. But he didn't tell you why, did he? The man appears to be suffering from amnesia. He's forgotten every detail about himself. He has amnesia! A memory wipe! Tomorrow he'll appear in court by my side. What? He is to serve as my judicial assistant on Lord Strongheart's orders. He'll be in court with us. Now then, unless I'm much mistaken, I believe this conversation has run its course. Oh, yes, thank you. I definitely saw a reaction there. When Susato-san called out like that, it seemed like it hit a nerve. When she called out Kazuma-sama. You'd already met that masked man, hadn't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah. Yesterday, in fact. At Lord Von Zeke's office. I see. And if Kazuma-sama really is still alive, it means that Mr. Sholmes lied to us. I know. We're going to need to speak to him about that. You're going to have to leave now. The forensics investigation team will due to arrive shortly. If they find you here, it will cause problems. What sort of problems? Foreign affair problems. Oh, well, you could do without that. Alright. We'll be on our way then. Let's go, Mrs. Sato. Of course. Well. I'm glad they brought that up. Hey. Oh, you're here. Oh, well. Gina? We were actually hoping we could investigate the scene again. Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like. Oh, that's right. Is it? I'm going to be playing with my new friend here. Ah, yes, Toby. Wolf. Apparently we can't look around the stage right now because the forensic investigations team is at work. Can't you do anything, Gina, in your capacity as Inspector Lestrade? Look, I'd like to help you out. But I'm just a trainee, aren't I? Ain't nothing I can do. When it suits you, yes. I can keep going. No, I can keep going. I was about to say, let's call it there. No, I can keep going. Trust, I can keep going. I wonder what's gonna be important about this picture. Like, if it's him, right? Like, what would it be? The monocle? The Goldstown street sign in the back? Or the pin? It might be the pin. The pin might be very important. Because all these pictures are in black and white, so, like, it's never gonna be a color thing. As it always will be, right? Are you sure we've asked everything we need to? Really? We need to show you something? Gina, would you take a look at... Oh, where'd it go? Looking for this, Odo? Why don't you do that? I wonder if you got anything else to show me, eh? What you reckon? Give that back first, please. About this, Gina. Yeah, I'm still learning me letters at the moment. Only A to E. So if it ain't too much bleeding trouble. Actually, Gina, it's the back of the card that's important. How come? There's a bit of a dirty smudge on the back, that's all. It turns out that this is some very high quality French machine oil. It has a very particular scent, apparently. You don't say. Let's have a whiff then. You sure? I don't smell nothing. No, we don't mean that you should smell it. Oh, right. You mean Toby. Ah, I see. Wolf. His sense of smell is so good he can track people from over oceans, can he? Professor Hairbrain informs us that this oil is unique to Mr. Drebber's workshop. Wolf! He's picked up a scent. So you mean, if he follows the scent of oil, Toby could lead us to the dodgy coves of workshop. Yeah. Workshop. Yeah. That's right. That's exactly what we were hoping for. Alright then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that. What? Wait, what did you... want to pickpocket? If I can lend everyone into Drebber's workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before the next week. Oh yes, Gina. I'm sure you'll be promoted. Poor Gregson. Right, Odo. Right then, Odo. Leave it to me. Sorry? We're gonna get after that dodgy engineer. Cove right this minute. Right this minute. Oh, but hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty here at all the time. I'm afraid we can't. We have to get on with our own investigation as well, Gina. Oh, right. Oh well, never mind. It ain't going to be me what's gonna get in the neck. It'll be the boss. Poor Gregson. Again. Ready, Toby? Got the oil sent, have ya? Come on then, boy. See you later. Bye-bye. I do hope the scent of that oil leads them to that swindler's workshop. Yes, I hope so too. Ideally before this dog swims across the canal to France. Cool! The Waxwork Museum. A museum of waxwork containing the House of Horrors. A grim crime scenes have been faithfully reproduced. Behind the closed curtain is the famous Two Spells special exhibit. We haven't been here yet. We're rather excited. You better be. Yeah, so the wax guy is still there, but the policeman isn't. 23rd of October, Madam Two Spells. Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home via a confectionery? Being scared makes you squared. Makes you squared? Keefs? What? Makes you crave sweets? I can understand that. I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but there's no sign of Mr. Sholmes anywhere. That's strange. He should be here investigating the abduction of the waxwork. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to come back later then. Yeah, he actually isn't here. I was scared he was gonna jump scare me again, honestly. Boo! And he's just gonna come up to my screen. Oh, what a horrifying scene! A murderer caught in a grisly act. I know. And in case you were wondering, it's the one with the big knife who was the killer. I don't think anybody would have any doubt about that, surely. And did you know that according to the description, the bathtub in the back has no particular significance? What? Really? I would have thought it was meant to show that the killer also worked in a bathhouse peddling criminal wares. Aha! So we have a new theory. Ah yes, everyone in Naruhodo's, what is it called? What is the place called? Naruhodo's lawyer residency. We all have different opinions here. Ah yes, the heavy curtains in the middle of the House of Horrors. Whatever's on the other side of them, you just know it's going to be terrifying, don't you? The sign says it's Madam Two Spells special exhibit. Oh my god, I just realized what this is going to be about. Theory time. The professor is going to be the dude. The professor is Mr. Dude, right? Or whoever shot the bow, right? They're gonna be the same person. And he used it to like fake him or something. Something about a body switch. The sign says it's Madame Two Spell special exhibit. It seems you have to pay extra to go inside. I know. Can you believe that? Pay more money as if we want to be more scared enough already. It's not my doing, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry, Sasato. That old policeman isn't there anymore, obviously. I still can't believe he just happened to be on the jury, though. I'd understood that London has a population of 6 million people, and yet you seem to run into the same people disproportionately often, don't you? Tell me about it. It's like the video game doesn't want to import more characters and think of more personalities to put without it being offensive.
This one's posture reveals his weakness.
I'm sorry?
The killer's stance leaves him wide open to attack. I'm quite sure I can see him off. With a Susato takedown, a Susato squash, and then a Susato smash.
Right.
And if that doesn't render the culprit unconscious, a Susato slam should finish him.
A Susato slam?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's rather hard to explain. Leave yourself open slightly and I'll demonstrate.
Absolutely not.
Ah, there's a stepladder there. Look.
Oh, yes. A stepladder.
I think perhaps we should let the proprietor know that someone's left it out. The stepladder, I mean.
Not again.
Is there something wrong?
Why do I feel as though I just managed to sidestep an argument?
The stepladder. Yunosuke, the stepladder.
Well, even in this game they have that.
I don't think we've been here yet. I'm rather excited. Yes, I am too.
Jesus. Whoa. The 23rd of October Forensics Laboratory.
Hello? I believe this is it. Dr. Scythe's laboratory. That chemical smell really assaults the nose, and there's plenty to assault the eyes in here too. It's as though the doctor isn't here. But we're here now, and we may as well do some sightseeing, don't you think?
What a seasoned tourist you've become, Mrs. Sato. You could just do a little look around, be careful not to upset any restless souls. Why is there no music?
A table with a sharp set of tools. When you consider each isolation, it all looks quite innocent. So why is it that when you put them side to side, they seem so disturbing? It might be best not to ponder it too deeply. Seeing the large tome open on the desk does make me wonder, though. How can anybody concentrate on bookwork with this acrid odor of chemicals in the air?
You'd either have to have a cast iron constitution or have a really terrible sense of smell.
Poison? Look at the bottles on the shelves in the cabinet. What an assortment of chemicals. These ones here are labeled highly toxic.
Ah, that's worrying. But at least there are some that look like salt and pepper shakers in there.
Oh yes, they actually say salt and pepper on them. The doctor probably spends a lot of time in this room, I suppose. So she has her meals in here sometimes.
As life goes on. Even when you're surrounded by death. Even as life goes on, I said? Nope, doesn't make sense. Those large jars seem to have pale things floating around inside them. I suppose they're just fruit liqueurs or something, or pickled umeboshi plums we make back home.
Father had jars like this in his laboratory as well. I expect they're human organs in preserving solution, probably as examples for some rare medical conditions.
Mrs. Sato, there are some things in the world that it's perfectly fine never to know about. Ever.
Oh.
So, as I said, I'm sure they're fruit liquors or umeboshi. Aren't they?
Of course.
Trying to see if there's anything else. It's a chessboard. It's a chessboard carpet thing.
That looks like an owl and a crow up there.
I know, and they haven't even twitched ever since we came in here.
Well, no, they wouldn't have.
Before it goes bye-bye. Alright, I'll see you when I see you again, Circeus. Go do what you gotta do, man. Sweet dreams or whatever. Bye-bye, good night.
Well, no, they wouldn't have. They're taxidermy mounts, Mr. Naruhodo.
I was afraid you were going to say that. I've been trying very hard to tell myself that they're just sleeping with their eyes open.
Yes, I think that perhaps you're wise to put something like that, like your Duruma doll on display in that office instead.
Oh, he doesn't like taxidermy?
Ryunosuke. Well, look at this. What a magnificent display case. Cherry wood has been polished polished to the highest screen, and each carving is a joy to behold. Western cabinet makers are very well skilled, aren't they? Do you have nothing to say about the skeleton inside, Mr. Naruhodo? Mrs. Sato? Can't you tell that I'm trying very hard to avoid talking about the terrifying contents in the case? This is how I cope! I'll be sure to remember that from now on. I suppose this is Dr. Scythe's desk. Ugh, I would not like to work in a place like this. It's very tidy, though, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Imagine how efficiently she must work. The lighting is poor, which is bad for the eyes, and the chemical smell can't be good for you. Not to mention that the skeleton watching over you as you work, which is definitely bad for the nerves. Well, yes, that is some valid concerns, I suppose. I can just about cope with the one-eyed Dharma doll watching over me, but that's all. Oh, they want us to look at the book. Look at this thick book here. It appears to be an accounting ledger. It's a record of the forensic investigation team's spendings, I think. Oh? What is it? It's clear that the team purchases various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis, but... Well, one entry seems strange. Really? In what way? They're buying 500 scalpels every month! 500? They must be working really hard on dissecting corpses. I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out in certain special circumstances, and scalpel blades can be sharpened too. It does seem a bit strange. You're right. 500 scalpels a month. What could they possibly be using all them for? What are you doing? What are you doing? Sorry, we had wanted to ask you something, but you weren't here, so... So you thought you'd snoop around. That's unacceptable for you... to you people from the East, is it? That's acceptable from you, yeah. Well, what do you want? Lord Strongheart told us, you see, that it was you who examined the victim's body. Mr. Asmon's body, I mean. So we came here to ask you about your findings, on Lord Strongheart's advice. Very well. If the Lord Chief has given his consent, then I'll tell you what our investigation has revealed. But when we're done, you must leave immediately. Okay. Okay. No more looking around. We've already looked at everything. So, you want to know about the forensics investigations team determined what the victim, Mr. Odie Asman, who disappeared from the experimentation stage amid an explosion, and the Mr. Asman who appeared moments later partway up the crystal tower, were without question one and the same person. That's the team's conclusion. But that can't be right. If it was an elaborate trick, we can only speculate how it was carried out. Let's see. If two people who look very similar to each other were involved, they could have made it appear as if one person had switched places, couldn't they? Very true. But sadly, in this instance, that was not the case. The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same person. The fingerprints at the scene made that quite evident. Ah, the fingerprints. They're not officially recognized as forensic evidence in the British justice system, but one day, they'll be used as an investigative aid as a matter of course. Oh my, but that would mean that the instantaneous kinesis actually took place. So, where does that leave us? My team was tasked with the investigating, not drawing conclusions. Instantaneous kinesis is impossible, and yet the body did move from one place to the other. This hasn't cleared anything up at all. It's made the whole thing even more of a mystery. Oh.
Mama, what is this? Oh, where did she spring from? And did she just call the doctor Mama? This is a lawyer, dear. Oh. Hello. To meet you. Pleased to meet you. Yes, I'm a defense lawyer. Ryunosuke and our Mama. Yes? Can I cut this one up? Whoa. What? Ah! I've never seen an Eastern person before. I want to know what it looks like. Of course you can't. It's a live specimen, as you can very well see. Boring. I think I've just had a near-death experience. Oh dear, Mr. Naruhodo, you're as pale as a corpse. And let's leave before I'm mistaken as one. Well, I think we've done all the investigating we can here for now. But if we could just determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drebber, I'm sure Jean and little Toby won't let us down. Now then, do you think we ought to try speaking with Mr. Sholmes at this point? We have things to discuss, and I'm dying to meet him again after all these months. Yes, it's quite possible that he might know something useful, you're right. We ought to find him at Madame Tuspel's. He's supposed to be working there as a temporary waxwork exhibit. Yes, Iris told me all about his latest unusual venture. Hey, so you're just standing here? So, what are you doing at the moment, Doctor? Keeping a close eye on things, so no impertinent Easterners think they can look around my office. Are there such impertinent Easters around? How terrible. Yes, you. She doesn't mince her words, Mrs. Hato. I think perhaps it's time we left. Okay. I'm cold down here. We haven't visited this place in a time. Hey, any moment. We just visited this place. The 23rd of October, Madame Tuspel's. Museum of Waxwork. Here we are again at the House of Horrors. I'm afraid I haven't gotten used to the place yet. I'd still like to turn on my heels and go straight home. Via confectionery, of course. Sato is really is after something sweet today, isn't she? What's the matter? Look, Mr. Naruhodo, look at that waxwork. I'm quite sure it wasn't there before. He's still doing the same pose. It looks exactly like Mr. Sholmes down to the very last detail. Aha! What is it? Oh, sorry. I think you'll find. As a temporary waxwork himself. Ah, a friend of yours. A friend of my dedicated employee. Oh, hello again. It's Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I must say, I am quite spellbound by the great detective. He is a marvel. My precious waxwork is already back to where it belongs. You don't mean... But yes, the mystery is solved already. Wow, Mr. Sholmes is really engaged in his brain when he's hungry enough. So as you can see, he's returned to his habitual duties. Yes? His habitual duties? Hello. Do not disturb, huh? Ooh. Poor Miss Sasato-san. She looks very perplexed. Mr. Sholmes. We really do need to speak with Mr. Sholmes, and I'm longing to say hello again. But where is he? Mini Mr. Sholmes, stop beating up Sasato. I think you might find that he's actually quite nearby. Oh, wait, what do you... Indeed, my dear fellows, it is I! The world-famous great detective and waxwork Sherlock Sholmes. Susato-san! Susato-san! You killed Susato! My most humble apologies. I thought I'd died and gone to eternal paradise for a moment via London. My dear madam, allow me to make amends by offering you a tasty free deduction at some point. As long as it's not of questionable... as long as it's not questionable street food quality. I don't understand. Why are you working as a waxwork here, Mr. Sholmes? Merely a secret identity, you understand? Though the case is largely solved now. Largely solved? We're talking about the waxwork abduction, I presume. Indeed we are, my good fellow. As predicted, it was as easy as proverbial pie. Though I confess I am yet to partake in the pie, proverbial or otherwise, or any food as so far today, for that matter. Stomach rumble echoed around the whole museum. How did you manage to solve it so quickly? Ah, well, do you remember what I said? Do you remember I said it was largely solved? Anyway, I simply negotiated with the culprit. Are you familiar with the so-called telephone? Oh yes, it's the most modern invention, allowing you to hold a conversation with people far away. In Japan, only the imperial capital and a handful of other cities are connected to it. This morning, a telephone call was received here from a perpetrator of the abduction. As such, I was able to negotiate terms, and in the end, the waxwork was returned. That's amazing. Just between you and I, it would appear that the culprit had always intended to return the stone waxwork in any event. Oh, but I thought whoever was responsible had demanded a ransom, no? Yes, I think perhaps a ransom demand was necessary in order to avoid unwanted suspicion regarding the true motive. But does that not mean your negotiating was entirely unnecessary? And a fact that I must ask you to keep from Madame Two Spells at all costs. A hungry young Iris awaits my return at Baker Street, after all. Poor Iris. Now then, do I sense that you have some business with this great waxwork? I do, in fact. I just gotta make sure that this is... It's all the same. Enoch Drebber. We're in the process of trying to track somebody down. Oh! Yes, a man by the name of Enoch Drebber. He's a swindler that duped Professor Hairbrain and the engineer that built the kinesis machine. A swindler and an engineer. Quite the modern man. He also seems to be a conjurer of some sorts too, with considerable knowledge of stage magic. We really need to locate him before the trial resumes tomorrow morning. And we have so few clues to go on, that's the trouble. Do you have any good ideas? I have no data yet. It is a capital mistake to have good ideas before one has the data. If I knew of the man's appearance, at least, I may be in a better position to help. Yes, Trevor's appearance. Fortunately for you, however, presently I have little to occupy myself with and little to fill my stomach. As soon as you find any clue, no matter how small, I shall gladly give you my thoughts on the matter. Mr. Sholmes, did you lie to us? My dear Miss Naruhodo, stay that piercing stare. What's this about? Last winter, when we were first on our way to Britain, aboard the steamship, your words were very clear. So then, let's unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. You told us that it was a murder, and that you examined Cosmo-sama's body.
Indeed, as where lies the problem?
We met him earlier today, the victim, Cosmo Sogi. He's not smiling. You're quite sure. He was wearing some sort of mask, and was apparently suffering from amnesia. But yes, I'm quite sure that was Kazuma-sama.
Like, I've never seen him not smile.
You must have known at the time, Mr. Sholmes, that he wasn't actually dead.
That's the face I'm used to. Well, I can only assume I was swept up by the murderous atmosphere at the moment. But the fellow wasn't dead at all. Ha 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 ha! Priceless.
I don't suppose the performance was to pass a muster, would it, Mr. Naruhodo? I could believe that crewman present at all time made a mistake, but not you, Mr. Sholmes. I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that. Please, Mr. Sholmes. Tomorrow in court, you will find yourself on the threshold of a very great mystery. For now, I'm afraid that's all I can say.
Huh? Really? That's all? Really? Here's the thing. I think if I present him the picture, we're gonna go into I'm gonna dance with you, right? And I don't think I have the energy for that. So I think, with that being said, I think we're gonna end there.
Oh, another short stream. Well, shorter than usual, especially for an Ace Attorney stream, right? But man, I'm tired, and I don't want to hear Sholmes go through the whole thing. So we're gonna come back here. But yeah, I'm gonna save again, and next time we will chastise Sholmes with our mages and deductions or whatever the hell. Yeah. Oh man, I'm actually so glad that the whole Kazuma thing got resolved, right? I'm so happy it got resolved, or not resolved, but like, you know, it got revealed, right? Kazuma, that's Kazuma. Oh my god, the masked man is Kazuma. I honestly thought the Kazuma thing was gonna last the entire game. I really did think it was, and it was gonna be like, who is this man? I can't put my finger on who this man is. But no, they just fucking straight up said it. And I'm so happy about that because, spoiler about kind of a while ago, a spoiler from a while ago. If people remember the guy that came in and it was kind of being a giant dick during the Ace Attorney stream a couple weeks ago, that was the thing that he had spoiled for me. That was the thing. That Kazuma was still alive. That was the thing he had spoiled, and I'm so glad that it got resolved in this chapter instead of the last one, or instead of a one further down. Just because I was gonna be like, oh, when is it gonna be revealed so I can finally fucking just talk about it? But here we are. Thank God it got revealed. Thank God. So now, his words no longer wound me. Not that it super did in the first place, but now it doesn't. It just doesn't now. Thank God. But yeah, I'm not gonna stall much longer. I am very much tired, so gonna go over my schedule and then we're gonna end stream. So today is Thursday. We played Ace Attorney. Next we're gonna play Terraria. But next time we play Ace Attorney is gonna be next week. Next Thursday at the same time. Always the same time, and hopefully a bit longer because I won't be tired, right? But yeah, more Ace Attorney next week. But the next actual stream will be on Saturday. It'll be Terraria, and we'll have a good time. Hopefully we beat up the rest of the what are they called? Bosses, mechanical bosses, and we actually move on to some more stuff. Actually, with Terraria, it seems like there's gonna be a new update soon, probably in the next couple months. We're probably not gonna be playing Terraria at that time, but damn, it makes me wish I played just a little bit later because I know those updates, they only come out like once every year or whatever. But oh well, you know. But yeah, Terraria Saturdays and then Kingdom Hearts Tuesdays, where I hopefully won't be tired, and then we'll be back on Thursday with more Ace Attorney. So yeah, other than that, nothing else is guaranteed. Just, you know, we'll look out for either some shorts or maybe a gorilla stream at some point. Those are the only things you really have to look out for.
And yeah,
With that being said, that'll be it for me today. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm tired as fuck, so I'm gonna get out of here. So thank you everybody for watching. Over here, loud music, please. Thank you. All right, bye bye everyone. I'm tired. Deuces. I'm gonna go to sleep and have a nice dream, hopefully. Bye bye.